Welcome to Footballers Convention, World Cup edition. Today I'm joined by John Roca.
How's it going, everybody?
And Omar Guzmao. And tell them what we're watching, Omar.
We are watching Croatia and Denmark at the moment, and it's about 30 seconds in.
What are we looking for this game, gents?
Well, I'm looking to see how the defense does for Denmark against this Croatian attack. You know, that midfield is so potent. Then you have Mandzukic up top. Also, this idea, Denmark hasn't lost in 18 games, Croatia in 11, and it's incredible defense the Danes have. So we'll see how the Croats do against them.
Oh, shoot it.
Right off the bat.
Oh, damn. Wow, 1 minute in.
That's how you flip it around. That's how you flip the script
Maybe
around.
I was wrong. Maybe this might be a goal fest.
I know, I was thinking 4-3 myself.
Damn.
Wow.
Well, that's huge for Denmark.
Wow.
I think that was the fastest World Cup goal so far, right?
Definitely this tournament, right?
Yeah. Under a minute.
Wow.
Shit, I'd be partying too if I was
Long throw.
Just confusion in the box.
Oh,
man.
Oh, God. That's a bad mistake.
Today, not the day for the prettiest goals so far.
Oh,
but
man.
That was maybe yesterday. Ooh.
Oh, that was a bad mistake by that keeper.
I mean, he did well to get a leg on it, just
his
hand.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's maybe hard to give him a hard time about that, but wow.
There you go.
Damn.
It's no Jurgen Klopp celebration, but
No.
You like a little passion for the manager?
I like a little running down the sidelines.
First comment, Ibutu, how does Russia stack up against either of these two? First of all, we got to take a minute to just let that marinate. Russia eliminated Spain in the World Cup and is in the quarterfinal against one of these teams. Just a moment of silence for Spain. At some point, you look at them and you say they weren't that good. They weren't that incisive. Great, you can pass around the midfield all you want, but when you can't even get into your opposition box and get any meaningful shots, really, they weren't that good this tournament.
No,
Germany, maybe they just weren't that good.
Yeah, they underperformed through the whole group stages, and then having them fall apart. Like as soon as Russia got the second goal, to tie it up of the game, I was like, oh, the momentum completely switched. And you could tell. And the Spaniards looked like they were back on their heels for the rest of the second half, and they didn't look like they were mustering any kind of attack.
Yeah, as the longer that game went on, too, you're going, this favors Russia.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Totally. We'll be playing at home.
So how do you think either of these teams would play against Russia specifically? So one of them is going to have to.
If it's the Danes, Russia's through. If it's Croatia that takes this thing, then I think they'll beat Russia, and Russia will be happy just to get this far.
I mean, we talk about Croatia having probably the best pound-for-pound midfield, but they also have a striker up top, Mandzukic, who's a little different from Costa, who maybe not a little less timid to take a shot, or can kind of create his own a little, just a slightly different package. So I feel like there's a little more directness when they need it at times.
Yeah.
There it is! Wow, this is going to be a good game.
Thank you, Mandzukic. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
All right, so we're not even 5 minutes in, and we've seen 2 goals. So maybe I'm completely wrong. This might just be a freaking goal fest here.
We're getting a little hate from Walt Easy, who's a confirmed Argentine, and he says, "Hey, Brazil doesn't play until Mexico. He wants to know what's with the jersey over there."
I've got a lot of Mexican friends, but I'm just wearing this to show you what's up, because at the end of the day,
Are you locked in with that for the next 24 hours?
I'm gonna probably sleep in it. Yeah. So
like a playoff beard, that shirt's become now. It's kind of glued to you.
I might even wear it for our game later.
Oh, beautiful. Omar plays with me Sunday league.
Oh, right
so.
on.
Yeah.
So I'm the only guy that comes on here. Is that correct?
We got space. If
Okay. I come coach the team. Just walk around like that. Just walk around my no
We could
tie
use your
on.
Jurgen Klopp celebrations.
Yeah, that's just running down the track.
Instead of Raj running on the field.
Yeah, our captain. Our captain manager. Omar actually does the theme music that we use on the show at the end and the beginning.
Yeah, that's great.
And stuff.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
good,
cool.
man.
Thank you. I appreciate
I was watching
that.
the watch along before it came on for the first time yesterday.
Oh, cool.
And I enjoyed the music. So
Thank
that's
you.
Cool, dude. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Straight Sandwich says 1-1. I mean,
no one saw that.
You're not wrong right now, but we still have a lot of time.
That is correct.
Another goal.
I'm serious. We've seen more action in under 5 minutes in this game as opposed to the Spain game.
I don't know what was up with this. I don't know if it was the manager change right before the tournament or just that those guys were exhausted from playing long club seasons. I don't know. And Costa, I'll always hate him for playing for Chelsea. So,
good man.
I don't
good
cheer
man.
for him or Ramos. So
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't stand Ramos either.
Yeah.
The older guard for Spain, like we kind of talked about for Germany, starting to run out of gas. Piqué wasn't his sharpest.
Yeah.
Iniesta faded,
Yeah.
and then the new guard was a little anonymous. Isco
Yeah.
was okay, but he had a lot of defenders around him.
Yeah.
Asensio didn't do
anything.
a whole lot.
Yeah, didn't do anything.
And then you bring on Iago Aspas, and he's not.
No.
He's not proven. No.
He had a couple good seasons back in Spain again, but still.
Definitely not proven internationally at least.
No.
So. But it's funny. Before we went live here, the stat that really got pointed out was the amount of passes from side to side. Literally, you could do that all day long, but at the end of the day, you got to go forward.
Yeah.
You got to try to score goals. You know.
We got to take.
It was pretty ridiculous.
A quick look at that. It bears some looking at. So Spain, over 1,000 passes attempted and completed. Russia, completed just fewer than 200 passes. The best part is when you look at the team pass map. I have never, in all my time of doing this, seen anything quite like this. All of Spain's passes, 1,100 they attempted. Now this is all in chronological order. You see them animating on.
Wow.
Now tell me how late you start finally seeing anything remotely meaningful entering into the final third.
Yeah.
Right.
This is
Look at
basically
that.
getting
Just
painted,
then, right.
painted green.
Yeah.
Wow.
But where's the passing where they really need it?
Exactly.
This is not troubling Russia whatsoever.
No.
Right. And you saw that because they sat back, and in the second half there was that whole 5-minute sequence where they were just passing to each other. It was
Now you can
insane.
see as the game goes on, starting to try to creep a little, but too little, too late, right?
Yeah.
That's it. Look at this.
Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They passed their whole way in this just inside the Russian half, but 1, 2, 3, 4 passes inside the box. Not good enough.
Exactly.
I think my 5-year-old drew that.
Exactly. It
Well, that's why they lost.
Microsoft Paint special right there.
That's exactly why they lost. You look at that and go,
Yeah. Creativity has been what we've been missing at times in the Cup, and so I want the teams to go out that don't have that, and so the Russians, they understood what they were doing against the Spanish team, sitting back in defense, parking the bus.
Yeah.
And they, in essence, no Spaniard scored a goal in the run of play because it was an own goal and it was a penalty. So they only scored when the penalty kicks were going. And I don't know what they were doing with penalties. I don't know why you kick it straight down in the middle of the goal. I've never understood that.
Omar and I were just talking about that. Right? When it works, the commentator always says, "Oh, he sent the keeper the wrong way," and it's like, no, the keeper just guessed the wrong way.
Exactly.
No one. It's really difficult to actually send someone the wrong way. It happens so fast.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to make a decision before.
Or when they said, "Oh, PK," I was listening and said, "Oh, PK, great penalty." It's like, dude, hit the post.
Yeah, he barely made that. Yeah.
And from following Liverpool, De Gea hasn't had a great tournament. Great keeper. I'm not saying drop him, but when you get to penalties, why not bring in Pepe Reina, who built his reputation on saving penalties, right?
Bad idea.
Why? I mean, hindsight, right?
Last minute, bring him in the last minute.
It's. I think it's worth a gamble. Or Hero should have had a good think about it. You know?
Yeah. It is a rare move by a manager to do that. It really is, because they'll bring on their strikers so they can stack their 5. But it is rare when they switch
I think
goals.
at that point they had already used their sub for the extra time.
Sure, but you got to see one knowing that, right? Yeah. But you see it when they bring on a known penalty taker.
Yeah.
Right? They say, "Oh, this guy's great at penalties." They wonder why they're bringing on. They go, "Well,
I mean, that's a great strategy moving forward in the tournament. So. It's funny. Emily just said, "You have the same shirt as Sevi has in blue."
Yeah. It's Canada Day. I am not Canadian.
I got the same one in blue.
Oh, I forgot to use Canada. My bad.
If you go to Canada, no one knows until you buy the Canada A shirt. I was there for 5 minutes, and I thought it was a joke, but everyone says A. So I was like, I have to get this shirt. Yeah. And Omar, when I saw him this morning, he goes, "Oh, I've got that in blue. I went to Canada once."
Yeah.
So happy Canada Day out there to all the Canadians.
Yeah. I love Canada.
All you Canucks.
Yay, Canada, A.
Yeah. Yay, A.
Yay, A.
I looked it up because I was like, Canada Day, is that Independence Day? It's their equivalent, and correct me if I'm wrong, anyone out there, but it's celebrating the unification, and not like separation from another country. So it's the most peaceful and unifying thing. It's just as the Canadians are, bringing everyone together, celebrating coming together, and not a bloody revolution or anything like that.
Yeah.
Walt Easy says Ramos doesn't deserve a World Cup and a Champions League.
Agreed.
I agree with that.
Co-signed.
He didn't even deserve the Champions League.
Yeah.
Oliver Clutterbrook says, evening UK fan. Spain have...
No,
Is that outside
that's
the box?
outside. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
outside.
that's close. That was close.
Spain have been worked out. The style of football is pretty to watch, but has been worked out by the managers. Now Spain struggling after losing their golden generation.
Yep, I agree with that.
I agree too. I mean,
Same thing happened with France after '98. Same thing happened. They lost their golden generation.
well,
and
I'm going to
had
be
come
honest.
back.
France looks scary right
Now
now with
they
their
do,
younger
yeah.
guys. I
Yeah.
mean, Mbappe, being 19 years old and playing like the way he's playing right now, he's just a machine. So, and I was telling Sebi earlier too. PSG had a great day yesterday with all their players.
Oh yeah, yeah.
All their
that's true.
strikers scored.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
You know,
Di
so
Maria too, yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
Oliver also says, it's not the NFL, lads. They don't change keepers last minute. Hullett did it in a tournament, and it worked for one set of penalties. That's what I'm saying. You just do it this game, and then De Gea back. I mean,
What does it mean by the NFL? They don't change field goal kickers at the last minute either. So
Yeah.
I don't know what the reference is for the NFL there.
I think you've got to do whatever works. I mean, it's easy in hindsight, but De Gea didn't save anything.
Right.
He didn't even in the open run of play.
Yeah.
He didn't have his best tournament.
Who do you think hits this right now? I think Rakitic hits this.
Asking for a left footer, no?
No. Oh!
Man.
That was going in.
Yeah. Wow. That definitely had a bend on it.
Yeah, that was.
Oh yeah.
All right, there you go. Note to self, kids: always cover. I took one the other day
I was just
during the
gonna ask you
game,
guys, yeah.
and I was out for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Not fun.
Yeah.
Sebi was there. He
I
saw
saw
it.
it. I saw it. Someone goes, do you think Omar needs a sub? I was already walking.
Yeah, I was like,
He needs-
I needed a couple minutes to gather myself.
What kind of love run are we going to get today, Sean?
Well, I mean, it's too. We haven't seen anything yet. The fact that Denmark scored first on a clumsy goal there, right in front of the defense, it lets me know that that feels like bad Lovren. But we'll see how this plays out. As they have more crosses into the box, and we'll see how Lovren does. But we'll see. I'm just nervous. He plays down to competition.
You would say cautiously optimistic?
Cautiously optimistic, yeah.
Oh, good
nice
ball.
pass.
Oh, great ball.
Ooh.
So close.
Modric, would you say maybe player of the tournament so far?
Oh yeah,
Hands down?
absolutely. For me, absolutely. They destroyed everybody they played in the group competition. So, and Modric was a big part of that because
Yeah, he's definitely handling the midfield like Messi should have done.
right, like a boss.
So
Yeah. Well, because with Real Madrid he plays back more, but with the Croatian team he plays more up. He's more involved in the action.
Yeah.
And he's really driven this team.
Javier asks, what's the strongest team you've seen so far? Any predictions for the next 2 days? To me, Uruguay is looking strong, and they may take this.
Yeah.
Uruguay does. I mean, they have a solid defense, and they have two solid strikers, and Cavani and I'm blanking out right now.
Suarez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
El Pistolero. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So.
I think I tweeted out yesterday, watching Uruguay, they were everything that Argentina isn't. Where Argentina has great players and has no real identity or sense of direction. Uruguay, they have great players, but still not the marquee players that Argentina has pound for pound, right? But they know everything they work, every tackle, even if it's a ball they know they can't win, they'll run, then get a little touch on, just so they know that there's no free balls.
Yeah.
Suarez trying to intercept everything.
Yeah.
They all work together. It's tireless. They
Yeah.
defend. There's a real sense of purpose. They know their role in that team, and they're all totally committed to it.
I mean, like I was saying before, I mean, for me, I think Messi's the greatest player of this time right now. But it felt like he was playing defeated. I didn't see any urgency out of him. You know what I mean? And
he kind of reverted back to because you saw it in the last group game a little bit when he was a little more scored a goal, but then he was he kind of returned to it.
Yeah, so it's just I mean, it's a difficult situation. I think right now, Argentina, they have to really develop their youth. I mean, they have great young talent that they barely played. So, they have guys. They just got to get them in now. So.
I watched the last half hour of the game again last night, and as soon as France scores a second goal to tie, Messi immediately head down, immediately bent over. I mean, that's not what you want from your leader.
I feel
what you want is them grabbing the ball, putting it in. Let's go get that third goal.
Exactly. I mean, I feel like That's what you saw from Messi the whole time. His head down. It's like,
head down the whole time, He's almost like resigned himself to that's his fate with the national team.
Yeah. So what do you think? You see him playing next World Cup or?
No, I don't think so. Well, why would you put yourself through it? Like enough is enough.
I agree.
4 more years, he's not gonna. He's a small guy. He's not gonna still have the skills that he has now. I mean, this is like the tail end of his prime right now.
Mascherano had the right idea when he retired, like upon the final whistle. Although to be fair, I thought Mascherano.
I totally thought of you.
He retired like
I thought he retired
through the Iceland
to be
match.
honest with you.
I thought he retired of like 3 games ago.
Oh man, yeah.
Like I can't do this anymore, guys. I'm out. Straight home.
You can keep playing me, but I'm retired.
I thought he was going to retire after the last Copa America.
Yeah. They probably spoke to him like, we still need you to anchor the defensive midfield. But
and he's like, seriously?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah,
guys, I'm going to China. Like, I'm basically. Omar, how was it as a Brazilian watching with the Argentines yesterday? What do you do when you keep your mouth shut?
Yeah, well,
His
you know,
girlfriend
honestly,
and her brother, who's our friend of ours.
I felt bad, you know, and it's like I love Messi and I love the team, and it was kind of heartbreaking to see. But you know, at the end of the day, being objective about it, France just has a better team.
Oh yeah.
You know, so
were they resigned? Like, did they suspect they were going to lose? And
no, I mean the vibe that I felt is, especially when they went 2-1 up, they're like, "Well, we're going to win this game."
Oh, okay. They started to believe.
But then 10 minutes happened and they scored 3 goals.
Yeah.
So, you know, and even at the end of the game too, when they scored that 3rd goal, I was like, man, they have a chance, and they almost actually tied it at the very end. So there was belief, you know, and I felt like with them, like it was important to have, but you know, at the end of the day, I feel like the better team won, you know.
Yeah.
So
I'm
sorry.
No, I think that was as diplomatic.
Take one from Canada. Sorry, eh?
No gloating. I mean, sounds like you kept the harmony.
Yeah.
And at some point, if you say, "Hey, look, we surrender 3 goals, or we score 3 goals, and we still can't force extra time,"
well, you know,
probably deserve to leave.
And I told Walter this yesterday too. I was like, how you leave Mbappe alone on that goal? It's like, come on now. I mean, you know that kid's. He just ran through him, and to leave him open, wide open like that. It's like Argentina played terrible defense, you know. So
they eventually wore him out. That's what happened. They eventually wore him out. The speed and the strength of the French team just eventually wore him out.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's what, I mean, as surprising as the Russia score is, it wasn't that surprising. They were on such a momentum from winning those first 2 games, and we had said, you know, yesterday, like, oh, it's going to be, you know, playing Saudi Arabia, playing whoever they were playing before. In the group stages before they got, you know, destroyed in their last match.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get found out here against Spain, but Spain had been underperforming so much. So no surprise in the end. Home soil makes so much difference. It's such a difference, man.
Yeah.
I was telling TK earlier, I was like, the real fools here are people like me who somehow believed that Vladimir Putin was going to allow his country hosting the World Cup, no matter what the world ranking is or any of that shit, to allow them to get like embarrassed or not give a good showing, not like spring some surprise. Like, how did I ever think Egypt was coming out of that group? Like, I'm a complete idiot for not thinking that somehow he would do what it takes to like, you know what I mean? To take one good team down with him, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking.
They will pay. You will lose.
Exactly. This is a bit better.
Oh.
What's our final score prediction?
Well, apparently I was way off.
Samsonite, I was way off.
We're 20 minutes in the game. I mean, it seems like things have settled down a little bit.
Yeah.
We could expect a couple more goals. I mean,
penalty?
Oh.
No? No.
Yeah, I like this ref. I'm telling you, he's a good ref. Yeah, he's legit.
He's like, come on, come on, guy.
Not enough.
If he had held on to him, then
I mean, they were both tugging at each other.
Look at this guy. No, this guy's great.
Mandzukic is asking like he's never touched a jersey, someone else's jersey before. Like,
look, my jersey's ripped.
It's a good choir boy, Mandzukic, right?
Like my jersey's ripped. I didn't rip it myself.
Yeah, well.
Unless it's Sergio Aguero.
Well, let's see.
Hulks out.
Are they going to VAR this? No. Right decision. Right decision.
I like this is an active ref. I like that.
Yeah.
He's large and in charge.
Yeah.
That's right.
I like when they're like, no.
And I believe he's Argentinian too. So props to him for that.
You're really trying to get.
I'm trying to go home to a harmonious situation here.
Yeah, smart.
I spoke
smart
so
man.
highly of you, baby, of your
But
nation.
you know, she's also Mexican too. So you know, we're gonna have to deal
Good
with that
luck.
tomorrow
Wow.
morning. So
Jesus, Omar, you
yeah.
really okay? Good
Yeah.
luck. That's
Yeah.
that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a
Might have
lot.
to turn, this might turn into a couple.
I'm Latino, man. I know, man. I'm South American.
man.
South American.
yeah, we
and,
might be watching this game tomorrow in separate rooms.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Probably best.
Walt Easy says boneheaded to leave Mbappe alone.
yeah, that's
No doubt,
that's what I just said. Yeah.
Oliver says Messi sadly isn't a leader. He doesn't have the ego or mentality to lead. He's a team player and is lucky to have played under Guardiola at Barca, who helped elevate his status. Struggles internationally.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there is some fact in that, but I also think he leads by the way he plays. I mean, the guy is just, you know, he creates chances and he's just a masterful player.
It's not like he's super vocal at Barcelona
he's
and then
not.
switches it off for Argentina. He's
Right.
kind of the same. It's just
Yeah, exactly. So.
That's why they surround him with guys who are louder and more potent on the
Yeah.
field.
I like the more potent. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
So.
But I'd also like counter maybe and say, okay, what player? What's a good example of what we're talking about? Where internationally they're not with as good players, but they're like turn into a better leader. Like I can't think off the top of my head of someone.
Where they're better internationally than they are on their club team.
The Milan Baros theory.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Where they just all maybe are like
Barrow.
they lead their team to
Yeah.
like above their punching weight a little bit because they like are a great leader.
Well, I would say Lovren plays way better for the national team than he plays for us.
That's just because we don't see him every week in and week out.
But I would say that's a good point. I wonder.
Oh man.
Like, does that happen with in the English players? Have they ever played better for the national team than they do for their club?
I don't know. Not in the last few years with the whole Gerrard and Lampard thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeez.
There's got to be someone out there.
Oh, this looks promising here. Hit it, buddy.
Oh, why are you not passing in to the guy?
Oh, you know who
wing.
kind of comes to mind, and I wouldn't say he plays better internationally or did play better, but maybe helped his team overperform was Shevchenko when he played for the Ukraine.
Oh, right.
Like through all for some reason I watched a lot of their qualifying back in his heyday, and
Yeah.
he was everywhere for them.
Yeah.
He was pretty everywhere for them.
Yeah.
It's an interesting question.
Christian asks, who's our favorite to ultimately win this crazy World Cup?
Do you really have to ask me?
Yeah, but honestly, to Christian's point, it changes every day because
It's true. I mean,
Send that in.
you know, as long as I feel Brazil stays healthy and they, you know, aren't unlucky, I just don't see them with the quality they have. I mean, even their guys, their subs are like world class, you know, coming in. So.
I just stand by my point from yesterday. Like, it unsettled me that Neymar was crying after qualifying for the knockout rounds. Like, that tells me something like that. What does that mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't have an issue with him crying. I have to understand what that means.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to
Yeah.
decipher. Did they anticipate not going forward? Did they
I
think they
don't
were
know.
going to get knocked out? Like, you know, you're Brazil. You should expect to go to the qualifier round.
I think that was more of a personal thing on his.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know
pressure
why.
on him,
The
you
pressure on him,
Yeah.
you know, and just coming
maybe
back
the injury.
from
Like
injury.
maybe he didn't think he would actually like.
Yeah,
do that.
point.
I'm sure, you know,
Good point.
but you know, at the same time too, I'm kind of getting a little bit tired of his antics.
Right, because Coutinho's like,
Yeah,
get up.
Coutinho's been just, you know,
Yeah.
just
He's the man.
quietly leading this team, honestly. So.
Well, Coutinho couldn't break through that starting lineup 4 years ago, and
Yeah.
now he's like,
the man.
yeah,
Yeah.
him and Firmino are playing great for him.
I mean,
Couple shouts from Walt Easy for that player we're talking about, Drogba or Forlan. Forlan, that's a
Forlan.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, all right, yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drogba, I don't think he ever was as good for Ivory Coast as he was for Chelsea.
Right.
He was unbelievable for Chelsea.
Yeah,
Agreed.
But
And
Forlan's
he's still
good.
playing, I think, too. He's like playing in
in
Phoenix
Turkey
or something.
Oh, he's
No,
playing.
he's
in a subdivision of the U.S.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's insane where he's
Yeah,
playing.
we got to get that guy on the donkey in a couple of years,
Yeah.
huh?
He's just moving. He went to Montreal. He's just moving down to the
Right?
Southwest
If
here.
you're watching Drogba, okay, we're recruiting you right now.
He's going to play in an Open Cup. He's going to play in the Open Cup somewhere, some fourth division
No, he
team.
might have just taken your spot. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm quite happy.
It's all right.
Let Drogba take my spot.
We can definitely use you as our
That's
manager.
that's a big win. If you say, I had this, I was pretty good, but this guy Didier Drogba took my spot, so what am I going to do?
Come on now. I was told managing I was better at that anyway, so I'll do that now. I'll let Didier take my spot. It's fine.
You're good pacing. You can pace back and forth.
That's right.
You're good at this.
Get frustrated.
This.
Take out my little notepad like Benitez and make notes the whole time.
Check the watch after a goal.
Exactly.
Oh, no, not the wave. Already? Wow.
Did you see that one video of the English guys? They're like, how English is this? So they're doing the wave, and they're like, oh, fuck off. They don't participate. I was like, yeah, that's pretty English.
Yeah. You get the wanker sign.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
I like Knutsen as a player, too. I think he's a solid player.
Who's that?
Knutsen. The guy who just did the throwing.
Yeah. SMO in 08 says, how about that Russia-Spain match, though?
Yeah, I mean,
that was crazy.
I don't know if you were watching earlier, but that graphic just shows why they lost, you know? Oh,
yeah.
So.
He's like, he's stockier than his dad.
Yeah.
His dad was a lanky little thing.
Yeah.
I remember that's the first Manchester United game I ever watched was them beating Bayern in the Champions League.
99?
Yep. The 2-1 game. It was incredible.
Ooh.
There's
Go, dude.
Denmark's finding a little bit of space here.
They are.
Well, the coach said that they were going to play a different style than they played against France. That they weren't going to play that tiki-tack style. They were going to be more incisive with their runs. And I think we're seeing that.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Oh, there it is. Oh, man.
Just enough
now, see, now if Spain would have done that, they probably would have got the win.
Where was that little run?
Exactly.
Yes.
Note to self, kids: if you want to win matches, you got to pass the ball forward.
You got to have a stronger shot.
That one sequence was more Barcelona than anything Spain did this morning.
Yep. Exactly.
Oh.
There was triangles there. I saw some.
Yeah.
Why are you doing a shot like that?
Yeah.
He was scared of Lovren. That's why. Did you guys see that video of Lovren's kid naming all the Croatian players?
I saw that.
That was cool.
That was really cool. Yeah.
I don't know. Klopp stands by him. He got better in the second half of the season. That's for damn sure. The whole defense did.
He is until he isn't. You know.
Right.
And that's always kind of been the story.
Like Moreno. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Moreno drives me insane.
He shouldn't be given any defensive duties.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's not.
Just play on the wing.
If you have someone covering for him, great. But
I agree.
Yeah.
Don't make him track anyone because he forgets.
Yeah.
He literally just forgets, or he gets so nervous when he has to make like that he just does a bonehead move.
No matter what color his hair is that day, he's still messing with the same mistakes.
What do you guys feel about that when the players do all the hair and all that? You think it's one of those things like back in the day when you see players wearing white cleats, whereas like you better be good if you're doing that.
Exactly. Back in the day, you're like, oh, you suck. You're wearing white cleats.
Yeah. Yeah. Work on your game first, then the style after.
Right. Yeah. Was it Villa? Villa was bald today. I was like, what? I always think it affects your headers when you're bald, man.
For better or worse.
Yeah, because you got the cushion of the hair.
Take a shot. Take a shot. There you go.
Ooh. Nice save.
That's smart by Rakitic, though.
Going inside.
Oh
shit! Hit it! Oh! Hit it again! Oh!
Wow!
Perisic?
Wow.
How many more chances do you want, right?
Yeah, I mean, those were 3 prime opportunities. I mean, great shot there.
Well, yeah. He should have tucked it inside right there. Like homie's wide open in the middle.
Exactly.
I never understand why they never do. Why they don't.
Oh, yeah, he was wide open right there.
Yeah. The angle's tougher. I will say I do like the Croatian team uniforms a lot better than that checkered stuff they used to have.
Yeah.
I think they still have.
Do they really?
Yeah, they still. Yeah.
I think they're pretty committed to that.
Keep these.
Yeah.
You like the aways?
Yeah, I like these. These are stronger colors.
You know, a lot of the training jerseys too are dope too. Like the France one I saw yesterday was.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that would be a great jersey. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Argentina's training jersey. I was like, oh, that should be your jersey. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The gear's been good this World Cup.
I don't like our away purple jersey. I'm not a fan of it.
No?
For Liverpool. For this
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Reminds me of that light green one we used to have.
Yeah, I just like the blacks or the whites.
Yeah, blacks or whites.
Pretty
I'm
good.
cool. Black, whites, or reds. I'm good with that.
next goal, which side is it coming from?
Good question.
I'm going to probably say Croatia. It looks like they're kind of sniffing one right now. They've had the better of the chances, but again, I could be completely wrong. I've been wrong all day today. So.
No, I think Croatia too. They seem to be slowly taking control of this game.
I think similar to France yesterday, right? We feel like the quality will eventually creep through a little bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of that game, how great was that? What was his name? Pavard? His goal? Oh my God.
I watched that GIF a few times yesterday myself.
I mean, like, you can have 100 tries at that, and he hit it perfectly, you know?
There were so many X factors involved in that thing, not going in the net.
Oh, yeah.
And so to have it go in the net the way it did was incredible.
Oh, man.
Especially because it's his first goal on 9 caps.
Yeah.
The ball is spinning. He is falling down as he's kicking it.
Yeah.
And he just nails it into that. Into that.
That's like stuff you do in training, you know?
Yeah,
like when you're
exactly.
just
when you're messing around.
Yeah, when you're messing around, you know?
He had an interesting take on it too, and I only saw the French translation. But he said, "I don't have the confidence to do that if I don't have like the team or the staff behind me," which was kind of like, I guess maybe they're like encouraging it. Yeah, like I don't know.
Shoot more.
If you feel like a lot of other players do that in spite of their managers.
Yes.
Don't do it. Don't do it. You know, like.
You mean like hit Jordan Henderson?
Yeah. Like everyone's probably screaming don't shoot, but he felt like he had the confidence to do that because like they wanted him to or something. So kind of interesting that maybe France is allowed to express themselves now more. Which we want. I think we're talking about that. We want to see that, right?
I mean, that's all about playing, creatively too. You know, you got to have the freedom to try things. You know, and
definitely.
I mean, it worked out for him. That's probably the goal of the tournament.
Yeah.
So.
You don't ask Picasso to shovel coal, right? You say, "Here's go draw, make some pictures, make some art."
Ooh.
Hit it.
Ooh.
The Danes' defense is very strong. They do not usually allow many goals. I mean, to have not lost in, I think it was 11 or 18 games, something like that. I think we stat. It's pretty incredible.
1-1 with the early goals. Who does that rattle more, or is it balance totally restored now?
No, I think balance is totally restored. I think
agree,
if they had kept that 1-0 going for a while with Denmark, then Croatia is a little bit chasing the game a little bit more, then getting frustrated, and then maybe the Danes on a counterattack get a second goal because the Croatians are frustrated and wanting to score to tie it up. I think that would have happened, but Croatia coming back like that quickly, it shows you their strength, their mental strength. You know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Any players? What players other than Christian Eriksen and Denmark do you think are capable of scoring or creating something pretty meaningful here for Denmark?
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really know many other players. Ooh.
Oh.
A little shirt tug.
So, I mean, it's hard to say.
I think maybe that Poulsen has been a bit all right.
I mean, I think if they're going to score, they're probably going to score off another set piece or something like that. So
I mean, Eriksen is good at those.
Yeah.
He might not even need anyone else. He could just.
And that's certainly possible.
Eriksen, Cornelius up top, that Yusuf Poulsen.
Cornelius, that name. I'm going to go with him. He's scoring today.
Sounds
just because his name.
Just feels powerful. Just feels powerful.
Andreas Cornelius. I believe that was Aristotle's student. Right?
That guy's getting a hat trick. I just feel it.
A lot of wisdom coming from Mr. Cornelius.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's the boy up top, so certainly. But I think Braithwaite could get a couple of maybe a clumsy goal or something like that.
Yeah.
A couple more questions. Javier asked, what other games are you guys doing the show for? I think I'm definitely planning to do the England match, which is the late game on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I'd like to do Brazil-Mexico, but it's almost too personal for me. I don't know if I can even speak tomorrow. Like I'm just, and then probably do one a day for all the matches after that. I think there's a break until Friday. So.
Right on.
John, I'd love to have you back, and Omar, as much as you guys can.
Yeah.
I know during the later matches in midweek, I'll be thinking of you guys at the grind when I'm here. We'll pour out a little for you, but we'll keep you posted on social. I know, John, you definitely will let everyone know where to find you.
Yeah.
The Outlaw.
Yeah, that's right. The Outlaw. If you guys do Brazil, Mexico tomorrow, I'll be here. But I totally understand if you can't because it's emotional. I respect that.
Yeah, I'll probably be at my house in another room other than my girlfriend.
This is a safe space here. The safe space here. So
I know where I work, the Barney's Beanery over there. Mexico game against Sweden, they took all the parking spots for our job, like all of them, because they were there that early to watch the game.
Wow.
So I imagine that's going to happen on tomorrow
Yeah.
as well.
Christian asked, has John noticed how much Rakitic looks like a younger, less scruffy Matt Nost?
Matt Nost?
Matt Nost?
Yeah, that's my co-host on the,
is it?
Top 10 show in a podcast I do, yeah. Let's get a close, let's take a look shot.
Terry, can we get a picture of Matt Nost? Let's see it. Look, I caught you sleeping a little bit over there. You thought after the yellow cards, you're done for the day, but we got some work for you.
Let's look at this Rakitic. Oh, wow. Yeah, I could see it. Little bit. Playing for Barca.
Let me get a look at Mr. Nost. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If he cut his hair just right, like yeah.
Oh, nice. Me and him are third picture. I appreciate that. Yeah, for anybody watching, you can listen to us on the Top 10 show, a podcast we do on the Schmoes Know Network. We count down the top 10 films, a theme for whatever film is coming out this week. Like we just did top 10 comic book movie duos because of Ant-Man and the Wasp coming out next week. So we're dropping that on Tuesday.
Let me see. I'm trying. What would be my top 10? I got to be honest. I've been a little out of the game of all the Marvel movies because I feel like a bit inundated. You know?
Yeah, well, there's been 21 of them, so yeah.
I agree with you.
And I like them. Like every time I watch them, I'm like, this is cool. And like, you know, I was once a 12-year-old boy who was like all into that stuff.
Yeah.
So you know, like it's still like I still think it's cool.
Easy, Savvy. Easy. There's a lot of adults who are into it.
I know. But what I mean is it resonated with. I like watch a lot of the television shows when I was a kid.
Right.
So like there's that connection that I had growing up to that. So
Yeah.
it's not like I'm watching a movie about characters I didn't know. I have familiarity with them.
Right.
Like, I've heard of all these like. So I love that. I feel like I have to pick and choose which ones I see.
Right, because there's so many. Every 6 months there's one.
Yeah.
That's true. There's 3 this year with Black Panther, Infinity War, and then Ant-Man and the Wasp now. And then next year will be Captain Marvel and Avengers 4. So it's going to be.
Yeah. I got a lot to catch up on. I just finally watched Thor, which I thought was actually pretty.
That
was
really
hilarious.
that.
Yeah, that rock guy had me like in stitches. He was hilarious.
Korg.
Bring that guy back.
And that was the director. The director voiced him.
Really?
Yeah, Taika Waititi.
Oh,
So,
wow. Yeah, that guy was hilarious.
I was at Hall H in Comic-Con, and he talked about it. He said the reason he gave him that voice and that is because those are the guys who are the bouncers in New Zealand.
Oh, really?
They're like that. They're that size.
Yeah.
But
with the voice.
So it's just like he thought it would be funny to have him be like that.
Oh, wow.
Hey man, you gotta get out of here.
I like that. Like some big dude called Tiny.
Yeah,
Just, like,
exactly.
doesn't need to have a big like aggressive voice because
Yeah.
he's a rock man.
Exactly. Gonna break your arm now. No, Ragnarok is great though. That's just a fantastic achievement.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
So funny.
Modric.
Ooh, dangerous.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Is that Lovren?
Yeah.
There he is.
Should have probably buried that. It looked like you had a good look.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Blazed across the front of the goal.
Ooh.
Man.
I would love it to see him score. Just love it.
Me too.
Maybe more than any Liverpool player that we've seen in the World Cup. Like just love him. Just like the England fans giving the middle fingers. That's the Liverpool way of saying it. Great for you PSG scoring all these goals.
Yeah.
Lovren scoring for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of Liverpool players, I want to see Bobby get in tomorrow. Get some more minutes. Jesus has been playing like crap, man.
Yeah.
Like, up top.
He's a good player. It's just
He is.
not quite the style that suits. He doesn't make Neymar and Coutinho better the way Firmino kind of does. I feel like.
I feel like Firmino's had more influence on the games than when he's been in. I just feel like Jesus hasn't really found his rhythm. Maybe it's because he's still young and he's trying to figure it out. But
And Bobby's potent, man. So he commands the defense's attention.
Oh yeah.
Which leaves space open for Coutinho and for Neymar. Yeah.
And I still can't believe Paulinho is a thing again. Like I thought when he was at Spurs, we're like, well, here's one of those no offense Brazilian players that you name is all over, and then you're like, well, we're never going to see him again.
Yeah.
And I guess he reinvented himself. It's kind of amazing.
You're like,
He
thought
did.
we buried you.
Yeah.
He's back.
Yeah. So let's talk about midfields. Brazil's midfield's I mean, you got him, Casemiro.
Yeah.
Smudgers 2001 says, "Hey Outlaw, Liverpool are going down first game of the season."
Okay, but there's 38 games, so what does that matter?
Then it's fighting words. Then it's fighting words.
Who are we playing in the first game of the season? I don't even know. Was it West Bromwich or something? Brighton Hove and
Good
Albion?
question. I don't look past any game, and I know we got
That's
a
true.
friendly with
It's a
Chester
good
coming
point.
up, so I don't want to look past that. Preseason friendly.
Chester.
Chester.
TK, where's the fact check? Is it? I think it means Premier League season.
Oh, Man City.
What?
Oh, wow.
wait,
Our first game is Man City?
That
All
can't be
right,
right.
well,
Wow.
July 25th.
It's not a friendly, it's an actual...
no, I think they're playing that here. That's like the
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
tour.
the-
yeah.
yeah.
That's the ICC.
I think it's at West Ham.
Oh, is it West Ham?
I mean,
The
that's,
11th?
that's not a bad matchup. Ooh.
I think so.
Who's at Chris now? Because Bilic left? I forget who took over.
Andy Carroll manages the team himself. Messi style.
Man bun.
Yeah, exactly. He's another player I was like, well, I guess we'll never hear from him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Well, it's like, what's his face? They went over to Crystal. Those guys just,
Benteke?
yeah, Benteke. They
yeah.
come to, they just don't play our style. They don't play Klopp's style. They're too plotting
Yeah.
of player. And,
Yeah.
you know, you got to be able to run all the time in Klopp's style.
Well, let's talk about Liverpool real quick. Do you think they get Fekir?
Do I?
do you want him?
I do want him.
Yeah, I mean, I think he would be a great addition. But
Yeah.
I mean, they've been talking about getting him now for it seems like for months. And
Yeah.
nothing has happened. So
Yeah. But we got to stop obsessing with the midfield. I need defenders. That's what I need.
well, you need a goalie first.
And I need a goalie. And I need a goalie.
Goalie be good. Allison's looked all right for Brazil so far.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think Roman's going to get rid of him though. I mean, they're going to have to really break the bank for that.
Oh,
so.
we'll pay. We
Yeah.
have to pay. for
Now
sure.
we'll pay, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're in, there we go. Guess what? That price just went up a little bit. Notice that Champions League final.
now that we're in Champions Leagues, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Walter says Man City is going down. What? To,
Sure.
To second place? To third place? Maybe.
I mean, I like Liverpool, but I mean, right now, just looking on paper, Man City just
They're still strong.
Yes.
looks dangerous again. I mean, especially if they bring in some of the guys they've been talking about bringing in too. You know? So
Yeah. I want to see what Man U does. Because, you know, Man U was a quiet second place team last year.
Yeah.
Right? No one made a big deal about that team, and they slid into second place. Tottenham is always drama.
yeah.
So I have no, you know, that's not going to change. But like Manchester United is
Yeah,
quiet.
that's another interesting situation. I mean, I don't know.
Do you think Liverpool mounts a serious challenge this year? Asked Peter T.
Yes, but
Go on.
If we get the goalie we're talking about and maybe a defender or two, then yes, and one more striker, then yes, I think we do.
And if we
Because
don't,
we fell apart without Salah, and the team should not be built on one person going out of the game and then we just can't get it together. And as much as I love Mane doesn't marshal the forces. Salah does. And so you need someone else who's going to slide in there to be kind of a field general when something like that happens. Because it's going to happen again. You know, that's what I would say.
Yeah, you could just feel in that game as soon as he came out, you're like, oh, like just the energy, you know?
I had bought a Salah jersey for the final.
Oh, man.
And when he got injured in third, I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. I was so upset. Oh,
that
sorry.
was no. Apologize to no one. You're the outlaw. You're the outlaw, damn it.
I was frustrated.
Yeah, that was rough.
And I thought when Mane scored, I'm like, okay. So that's why I really think we would have won. I really think we would have won.
We were about playing them in the first 20 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. And I think we would have established ourselves even more firmly. And we were getting through. We were finding the holes in their defense. And I think we were built to destroy that team. And we just got...
Not only do you lose your best player, it's like psychologically.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, it's like to see that go down and really,
Yeah.
it's just like it's kind of jarring.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then have a Welshman come in, a former Tottenham guy, Gareth Bale come in and
just a
destroy
fucking
us.
ridiculous goal, dude.
I know, man.
I mean, to do that in a final, let's talk about goals.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. That was unbelievable.
I mean, you have to just be like,
Yeah.
you know.
I was on a show last week. I think I was talking with Mr. Mask about it. He thinks that was the best Champions League goal he's ever seen. I still think Zidane's volley. If you remember that volley.
Oh,
score.
Oh, yeah, I remember
What
that.
do you guys think? Or is there another goal that we missed completely?
Now, are we talking Dramatic? Are we talking stylish? What are we talking? Like, are we doing a degree of difficulty? What are we talking?
If you're doing a best of list.
Yeah.
Certainly, Zidane's volley, which was insane, belongs in that equation. I agree. Pretty much any Coutinho goal belongs in that equation. I mean, especially those ones from outside the box, like he scored earlier in this World Cup.
Yeah, that's his shot. You know?
That's his shot.
That's his
as
shot.
soon as the defenders,
You know?
as soon as the defenders laid off him, I'm like, yep, there it goes.
Yeah.
But absolutely, Gareth Bale's goal deserves to be in discussion.
I think I'll go on record here and say that's probably the greatest Champions League goal, just because of the situation in the game. It was tied at that point, right?
Yep.
He comes in, you know, and literally just at the final in that moment to do that. I mean, that's you can't. I don't have words for it right now.
Especially when people were clamoring for it, you know.
You know, yeah.
Suarez has had a couple of incredible goals.
Yeah.
You mean final, or do you mean like
Champions League final?
Oh, final. Okay.
In the final, yeah.
Because Zidane's was in the final. For me,
Right.
my argument is that I think that was a little better. Okay,
Yeah.
Bale's was incredible.
Right.
I think that's number 2. Like I'm not saying it's not a great goal, but it was a little bit of the ball came, react quickly, it goes in, and it was great technique. But Zidane's, the ball, Roberto Carlos plays the ball, it's sailing up in the air.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where everyone in the world knows what you're waiting for.
Yeah.
They know what you're thinking. You're thinking about it for a good 2 seconds while the ball is dropping.
Yeah.
And then to actually still do it with everyone expecting it.
Yeah.
So think about it with your left foot, with your off foot, a full volley coming straight down.
Yeah.
For me, that's still, because for me, I know if I was thinking about that, I'd be like, you're going to miss,
Yeah.
You're probably going to miss. You might miss the ball completely.
Yeah. You know what? And I'm going to say this too. I think we've seen the end of Real Madrid. I mean, especially now with Zidane gone. He's such an anchor, and he's such a leader, you know, with that whole organization. I mean, yeah, they have the players, but I think we've seen the end of the reign here with Real Madrid.
Interesting.
So.
I hope so. Couldn't happen to a nicer defender there in Sergio Ramos.
Right.
I think he's I was really hoping his penalty would be the one that gets missed and like costs Spain.
Oh yeah, that would have been great.
Not that I'm bitter, but
His little hesitation.
Walter says this game is not very interesting, but not as boring as Spain though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Let's be honest. Yeah.
Spain was very boring. The story there was that a team that had no business competing was still in it. That was the compelling aspect, I think, right?
But, you know, that goes to show, it's just like, you know, on paper, when you're supposed to beat teams like this, the longer you leave them in the game and don't handle your business,
Yep.
you know.
You give them hope. Absolutely.
And you don't pass the ball forward. You know?
Usually a recipe for disaster there.
Yeah.
People giving love to Mandzukic goal, Juventus versus Real Madrid last year.
Oh, yeah, that was a great goal,
That
too.
was great.
That was a great goal, yeah.
And the Del Piero goal, Juventus versus Borussia Dortmund.
Also a good goal.
Yeah.
Can't hate on any of that. Can't hate on any of that. Should we look at some stats here?
yeah, let's do it.
While we're at halftime.
Let's do it.
Terry, can we throw it on the desk here for the people at home watching? Sure. We're on Terry time.
Tea time.
Let's look at some of the match stats between the two teams.
Wow.
We see Croatia,
Yeah.
a little bit more possession.
Yeah.
Goal attempts, also Croatia still dominant.
Yeah.
Passing, more accurate passes than Denmark have even attempted, more successful.
Yeah.
Bit more fouls from Denmark, so you can kind of get the feeling that Denmark's maybe starting to chase this a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
All the duels.
Although
are
it
kinda
is a little more even than I thought it would be. I thought Croatia would have a lot more possession, you know, especially with their midfield.
Coming into the game.
Coming into the
Yeah,
game,
yeah, yeah.
exactly.
You thought it would be more lopsided?
Yeah, I thought Croatia would have more possession of the ball. Just
Let's take a look at where that possession has come then. Good setup. Thanks. Assist over there. 1 assist. That's a half assist.
yeah. I'll get you one today later. So.
So it's kind of been pretty even. You see the majority.
Yeah.
Usually most games you do see the majority of ball action being played in this.
Right.
Pretty balanced between Croatia. They actually have had it a little more in their half, so maybe
Yeah.
not as meaningful.
Well, the game has settled down. You know, it started out crazy, and then it just settled down, and it seems like everyone's just sliding into their defensive shells now, and occasionally sliding out to do shots, get their shots on goal.
See how deep Mandzukic is playing here?
Yeah.
It's a bit interesting, isn't it? Wouldn't you like to see him maybe get a little bit further forward, or
Yeah.
get on? You know, he's there to get on the end of some passes, right?
Yeah.
It seems like Rebic and
Perisic. Yeah,
jumping
the
in.
two alleged wingers
Yeah.
are actually playing like two strike partners
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
Well,
And Vida's back there. Brozovic is some cover. I mean,
Yeah.
he seems to have done all right. I don't feel like Eriksson has run riot by any means.
no, but they're definitely bringing up the wings. You see there with Strinic and Varsilienko, they're both on the wings there going up quick. So they're attacking definitely, or at least attack-minded.
In Denmark, on the other hand, Cornelius Omar, your guy,
My guy.
also playing a bit deeper.
Yeah.
Both strikers we've seen now coming back.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, and Braithwaite, like I was saying, I think he's got something to offer in this game. We'll see if he comes through, but I think he's got something to offer in the game.
I kind of find it interesting. There is a little bit of space we're
in
seeing
there,
there, which is kind of dangerous to play that game against.
Especially with the Croatian midfield, too. It's like, how are you going to have that much space where those guys can really do damage, you know?
Exactly. Let's look at the touches for none other than Mr. Modric.
All over the field.
That's what you
Yep.
Yeah.
He is the one where you don't look for it to come in a certain area, and you say wherever you find the space, wherever you feel you need to run or to link up, to go do it. Right. That's why who is it, Brozovic or whoever is behind him he'll do the defensive duties. You find some space to exploit. So maybe let's look at his pass map also.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of looks like Spain.
Yeah.
Needs to start
time.
going
He
forward a little bit more.
I don't think he's had a shot yet. I mean, you can
No.
see he hasn't gotten.
Yeah.
He's maybe playing a little deeper. I almost wonder if maybe because Mandzukic is so close, there isn't necessarily
to find the space. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, you're right. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a target man per se, but someone who can run the channels or receive the ball a little deeper. And Mandzukic is strong enough to do that. So he's maybe as a result had to play a little.
But
deeper.
they're focusing on the wings. You can tell the offense he's running it is through the sides.
Should we look at Eriksson on the other side?
Who we haven't talked about much. Look at that.
Yeah.
Quiet. That's not enough.
Nope.
Yeah, it's not enough.
Nowhere near enough.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
You know, he's had a run here, but it's like most of it it's contained.
Yeah, he needs
very
to,
short passes.
Yeah, he needs to find the ball a little bit more.
Let's also
going forward
remove
here,
all
I
of his backwards and sideways passes.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Two passes he's completed here. Which one that created a chance. That was, I think, was that the third ball maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not that positive. He's
No.
had to come back, had to play the ball a lot back.
Yeah.
He's kind of been in the pocket of the Croatian midfield there right now.
Well, the coach said they were going to try to bottle him up. They really felt like he was the guy they had to focus on the most. And not just because he's a star, obviously, but because he does run that offense.
Yeah.
So, no surprise.
Is that, as we look at his heat map, is that kind of easy to do then? Is Denmark an easier team to set up against if you have decent enough players where you can say, look, we shut down one player. Job done. It's ours to lose. I mean, or...
I would say so with someone like Eriksson. Because of the combo of Eriksson and the Denmark players, I think he's easier to contain than someone like Modric.
Yeah.
Modric is more of a power-hungry player who pushes the offense, whereas Christian Eriksson's more about finding the holes in the defense, and so it's just different players.
I'd agree with that too. I mean, besides the fluke goal, I mean, Croatia would be up 1-0 right now. You know, so
Sure. Also, we can see Eriksson spent a little bit of time in his own half, maybe more than you would want from your number 10 or your likeliest source of creating a goal.
Yeah.
You might be willing to sacrifice some of his defensive duties if you can get him forward. Let's look at Modric one more time on his heat map. Yeah, we saw his touch. I mean, this is his touch. He's had more influence on this game.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe not in where we'd totally like to be, where he's creating that final shot or taking that shot.
Yeah.
And should we look at Rakitic as well? We could. I feel like we could look at everyone in there. So they're all such great players.
Yeah.
A little more discipline, maybe.
Well, and he's focusing on this area of the field, whereas Modric was focusing more on this area of the field. So they have this theology in place of what they're using, where they want who they want where to spark the offense. You know,
I think
you can see it.
It's a great term, theology. I mean, it's true. I mean, they, again, kind of like we saw with Uruguay. There's a little more maybe commitment to what your style is. So we look at the attacking zones of Croatia. It has been a Rakitic side a little bit more than Modric, but that's very little for a center. Where we think maybe Mandzukic should be getting the ball, but we saw he was drifting back a little bit. It's harder to play that ball in when he's already at your feet.
You know what's funny too? Now looking at that and saying, well, there was an open space in the midfield that Denmark's leaving. How are you not exploiting that? You only been going 15% of the time through the middle. Maybe if they just go right down the middle. they'll have a little bit better luck. I mean,
it's a great point because they obviously came in with a game plan. The game plan was go through the wings, do crosses, and maybe find some passing lanes here on the edges of the box. But here you see there's and they may be adjusting in the second half.
Yeah.
But like, look, because they're going to get these stats too, and and so they're going to figure out there's a way to go through it. I wouldn't be surprised to see Modric attacking this area a lot more in the second half.
Yeah.
No doubt. And you know that Croatia has both the intelligence and the personnel to execute a change. Some teams maybe you go, look, we can only do long balls. Like I know it's not working, but what else do we have?
Yeah.
Russia. Croatia. Looking at you.
Hey. But Croatia, Modric, you've got Rakitic, you've got if their manager is smart, he'll say, all right, guys, let's try this. You can play through the middle if you need to.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Terry can check this, but that's Mandzukic's first goal for Croatia in 8 games, I think. It's been a while since he scored.
He scored?
For Croatia. So maybe he's got the
the
desire now.
Yeah.
So
we talked about his goal in the Champions League final a couple years ago. We know we can do it.
We
know we can do it. Denmark, a little more balance. We saw Eriksson was shading a little towards the right, so we see some more here. But it's a bit more balance, if only because they haven't attacked that much, that there isn't enough attacks to make it disproportionate.
But they're focusing on the center of the field, so that's interesting. Whereas, Croatia's only focusing on the center of the field 15% of the time. You get a lot more from Denmark here. They're more balanced, it seems like. So I wonder how that's going to play out in the second half, if they're going to keep pushing forward and making the Croatian team make a mistake on defense. We'll see.
We did see their best little passage of play, the one I think I compared to Barcelona, where they had a couple.
Yeah.
That came right in this area in the middle here, and it kind of caught Croatia a little bit asleep. They seemed a little surprised that Denmark was daring to outpass them, at least for one sequence. So.
Yeah.
And that could be why they have that hole in the center, because they're focusing more on moving forward than staying back on defense.
Sure.
So we'll see.
Which is positive to see.
Yeah, sure.
Let's take a look at both teams. Let's look team first.
For
Shot
the
clock.
neutral, it's positive to see for the neutral.
Hey, we're all neutral
We
here,
want-
right?
we want a good
Omar
game.
doesn't want to. He doesn't care about any country here. He's got no allegiance.
Especially
No,
Argentina.
not at all.
He hates Argentina.
Hates
We've
those
established
guys. Good riddance. He
Man,
was
you really set me up
before,
to go home here.
before he was on camera. He said he can't wait to see those guys.
Los Celeste,
Yeah.
Los Losers.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of bad things to say. Some of it was in Spanish
boy.
too. I don't want to repeat. Croatia, a few shots blocked. Denmark, like we said, Denmark has a pretty bend but don't break defense.
Yeah.
So they've gotten some blocks in, had to force into some longer shots. I think most of these were in the air, or that one rebound where who was it? Was it Perisic? I think that put it over. So
And they had that free kick that bounced right off the corner of the goalpost. So
they did. When we were looking, we saw that the Danish defenders they're strong,
Yeah.
they're big, they're tall, but maybe a point away. I can't believe I'm saying it, but almost feels like maybe some of those dangerous balls in, especially if they get their Lovren or Vita forward. Mandzukic is very good in the air.
Yeah.
Might be a weakness they could try to exploit. I can't believe I'm saying that. Attack the Danes in the air. That's where they're weak. But what do you guys think? Did you see that at all?
I mean, honestly, I think that could work, but I think what they need to do now is just kind of focus their attention and going straight at him in the middle of the field.
Passing through the center.
I think that Modric is going to handle that coming through, and I think we'll probably see a goal through that, Just like you said, too, if you move Mandzukic up a little bit, it'll give him a target up front to play a 1-2 or something going forward. Yeah. So
we'll see.
We'll
If that
see.
gets
But again,
right.
I've been wrong all day.
Well, and that's the thing. Both these goals came off some clumsy defending in the box.
Yes.
So we haven't seen anything that's been a precise run of play goal. So we'll see how that. Who's going to be the ones going to take the impetus to do that? It seems like Croatia seems more inclined to do that than Denmark does.
I
at
mean,
this
just
point.
looking at Denmark's
Yeah.
shot plot here, you can see one way wide shot, a block, one forced save, and then the goal in, 30 seconds in,
Yeah.
it just
Right.
kind of fell to him and bumbled home a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're looking at this and you're Denmark, you're probably saying, penalties wouldn't be the worst thing, right? Open question to you guys.
Russia?
Who, as the game goes on, who is looking forward to extra time, who's looking forward to penalties, which side do you think would rather see that moment come, and which side might be thinking, let's win this now in 90?
I mean, if I'm Croatia, I'm like, let's win this in 90.
Yeah.
I don't want to see this game go to extra time or penalties, because when you go to penalties, obviously anything can happen. So I would say if you're Croatia, let's get this done in 90. And if you're Denmark, I'd be willing to go.
Yeah.
to penalties, you know?
I think you want, and that's what you plan for if you're Denmark, is the penalties. Because anything can happen. If we saw that with Spain, Russia. And just because they have the better, more score-dominant offensive team, it doesn't mean necessarily that's going to come to play in penalties because of pressure, mental pressure. So a lot of people predicted this was going to go to penalties throughout the last few days. And so if it does, it won't be a surprise. But I think Croatia wants to win it in the run of play because momentum favors the underdog. If they go into a penalty situation.
I agree.
It wouldn't be a nice analysis halftime show here if we didn't talk a little bit about the lineups and which side's looking to change something. Who do you think they'd be looking to bring on? I mean, I know if we just look at Croatia, we know they're a bit spoiled for choice. Yeah. Maybe I personally think if you think you've got the game controlled, maybe you risk bringing off your defender that's keeping it on and maybe Kovacic or Kramer, someone who's maybe a little more attack-minded. But I think other than that, maybe they've got their strongest team. Or do you want to see it?
No, it's good.
Or do you think maybe Denmark switches it up first?
I think if you're Croatia, I think that you run with with your starters, and then, if it gets into minute 70 and it's still tied 1-1, you might think about making a change to win it in 90.
That's a great point. I think you can move Modric into the middle if you're going to start focusing on the middle and bring out a wing player to come in and facilitate and drop Rebic back, or you replace Rebic and do that. That's what I think. You got to push it forward.
Yeah.
And what's your guys' thoughts on now with the potential of extra time and penalties? Do you save subs now? Does that force you to maybe keep one in your pocket and you're a little more reticent to switch things up, knowing that you could be playing 2 hours today with some penalties afterwards?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're in the knockout stages now, so it's like win or go home. So I think that if you got the team working for you, I think Croatia's fine right now. I don't think they need a sub. I don't think you think extra time. I say you think in 90, and if you get there. But it's like win or go home. So, if there's a definite need for a change, I say you make it. But I think for both teams, I would just say maybe Denmark try to figure out something attacking. Cornelius hasn't really done much, but who else do they have?
This is too boring. This is too boring. They need something to get Eriksson some space, to give Cornelius a good service in the box. This is not going to do it. This is just like we're afraid to get scored on. And so they need to get Poulsen more involved. And Braithwaite, I like that he's playing higher, but I want him, I want him further up.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not, I'm playing FIFA in my head, but like, this is how I want it to happen. Right, exactly.
Something like that, right?
Yeah. Somewhere they're pushing the Croats on their heels. Because they're not expecting that. I know they're not expecting that from the Danes.
No, we got second half coming up here.
Second half just about to start. Wanted to get one last question. At some point, do you think maybe they start thinking about Russia? Does that creep into anyone's head yet, or you think they're totally focused on this game, or they're already their mouths watering if they can get past the team today?
Right.
I mean, how could you think of Russia? I think you need to take care of business here. You got 45 minutes, of playing. I mean, I think you start thinking ahead is when you actually lose. So take care of business first, and then when business is done, then you worry about Russia.
I agree. If they go up 2-3-1, then at that point they start subbing out players so you can keep them fresh for Russia. I would think that's when you start seeing them focusing on the next match, but not yet.
Yeah.
Sage advice from the scholar Cornelius himself. He would be proud of that one. Second half just getting underway here.
As long as don't do the Argentina mistake and replace one of your defenders with another defender and watch them score 3 goals. Don't do that. So.
Walter says, hey, leave Argentina out of this.
What have they ever done to you?
They're already out of it, so.
Oh, wow.
Yikes. Wow. You normally wait till your team wins this round before you start that.
I know. I got to be careful.
You feel pretty confident about Brazil-Mexico, or?
I mean, I have to feel confident, but again, this has been a very strange World Cup. But honestly, on paper, it's just like, Brazil should win this game. It might be tight. I would love to see them win 4-5-0 and just really give it to Mexico. But, I mean, I don't think that's going to happen. I think it'll be a tight game. It might be like 1-2-1 or something like that. So,
John, what do you think?
As a U.S. fan, of course, I want Mexico to get beat 5-0. But I will say that I think the Mexicans are playing better as a team.
Yes.
More cohesive as a unit. And we'll see how that affects Brazil. Because Brazil, with the expectations, Mexico doesn't bring that into the game. And so there's more pressure on the Brazilians.
Exactly.
And like I said, I don't want to keep harping on it, but the crying thing really just, to me, lets me know that there's more going on there. And so if Coutinho can take control of the game, then I think the Brazilians are in a great spot. But if the Mexicans keep pushing and finding the holes and start to make the Brazilians not feel as confident, I think they'll win the game and shock the world.
Brazil maybe not quite the well-oiled machine that
they have been in past.
Or the bookmakers said they were going into this tournament.
Yeah.
Right? Or I mean, I'm guilty of thinking that they were pretty unstoppable going in. But yeah, absolutely. You've seen some emotions. You've seen some nerves, definitely on that team.
Right. But I think you're right though about Firmino though. I think he should be starting.
Yeah, I
Spoken
think
like true Liverpool fans.
I mean, I think you give him a shot. I think you give him more than just 20 minutes. You know, I think he's played well in the minutes that he has. You know, played. You know, he actually had a hand in that goal they scored against Costa Rica. I mean, without that, you don't have that goal. So.
And he fed Coutinho beautifully for that one goal.
You know, I'm a little bit worried about Douglas Costa too, because I thought when he came in, he really changed that game. I think he
Marcelo.
Marcelo.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, we'll see. I just think that they have a lot of talent, and I think that they're going to just put it together and play right. I mean, the only way I think they'll be exposed is through a counterattack or something like that.
And we'll see. I mean, this is the thing. Mexico's coming off that 3-0 thumping that Sweden gave them. How will they recover from that mentally? Because they were playing their guys. They were playing all their guys. Yeah. So that was a
we got a win situation too.
Yes.
So I mean,
it wasn't completely meaningless.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
they could have gone out if Germany had won.
Yeah.
They'd have been out.
Yeah.
So
God bless Korea.
Yeah.
Let me see. Danilo De Leon says, never seen these kind of stats. Nice. We got them.
Oh,
Danilo, anything you want to see too, you ask.
Yeah.
Speaking of stats, we got a fact check from Terry about Mandzukic, right? He scores during World Cup qualification against Finland.
When was that?
Both in October 2016 and October 2017. Before that, scored against Italy in the Euros, June 2016.
Right.
But nothing in 2017, 2018.
Yeah, there you go. And here he is to get his first goal in a year and a half, something like that, for the national team at the World Cup finally. So who knows? He might be feeling it. That's what you want. You want your guy that's on a losing streak or a kind of a bad streak to get that goal to get them kind of shaken out of it.
I mean, that definitely goals give confidence, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, TK. Just getting you some exercise over there.
This is interesting.
Oh. No.
Yep. It's a tall Danish guy. It's possible.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Omar and I were talking earlier, maybe set pieces before the game might be.
Yeah.
You know, Eriksson, whether he can curl one in or they can draw something up.
Yeah.
If you're a team like Denmark who isn't necessarily a superpower, and this isn't even really a golden generation for them,
right.
Is that something maybe that you really focus on training? It's look, maybe we can't outpass everyone, but if we come up with some really expert set plays, that might win us one game here or there where we can draw something up like that. Shouldn't you be focusing on that in training?
If you're a good manager, you know what the limitations of your team is, and you know what they do best, and so that's what you focus on training, getting to do more and work on the limitation side of things, but perfecting what they can really do well. And so the set pieces things make sense to practice that, especially with someone like Eriksson versus someone like Modric. Like Eriksson is a free kick specialist.
Yeah.
Well, I think you said it best, Sebi. You need to know what your identity is as a team, you know, and you're talking about Uruguay. They know who they are as a team, you know. I think that's really important. So you got to play to your strengths, you know. That's, you know, how you win games. So.
The passing accuracy stats there, 74% for Denmark. That's incredible. I don't see a change necessarily yet in the lineups or in the look, in the formations rather.
Yeah, I mean,
Seem to be still doing the same thing they were doing before.
Like I said, I think when it gets to around 70 minutes or so, I think you'll start seeing some changes if it stays the same way. Because again, if you're Croatia, I think you really try to nail this in 90 minutes. You know, you don't want to see extra time.
Has what you've seen from Croatia tell you that they're good enough to do it without making a change? Like, is it like it's inevitable the breakthrough's coming, or do you think it's you give it some time, but then maybe start tinkering a little bit?
I mean, as of right now, I think they're playing fine. I think Modric will find some space and do some damage. You know, it's just at this point, when is that going to happen? So,
well, this is a tough defensive team to break down. The Denmark team, because of how they've set their how they've built their team.
Yeah.
And so to me, this can't be like France Argentina. Well, we saw that coming a mile away.
Yeah.
Like, it was obvious. So it feels to me like they're still trying to figure out this defense.
Yeah.
And as skilled as they are offensively, they're still figuring this thing out.
And they're strong on the ball too. You know, so they're winning. Ooh.
See, I think you take that. It's a higher percentage for him to have taken the ball through the middle of the field.
You think now with Spain going out and how well Croatia performed in the tournament, the word's gotten out. Like, a lot of people are saying dark horse or just regular colored horse at this point. Like, you know, you're a good team and you have a good, like, you know, you can actually get to the final. Do you think now that's maybe gotten Croatia's head a little bit? Like, they can't really fly under the radar anymore, and you know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, I'll say it. I kind of feel Croatia's been inflated a little bit.
Okay.
A lot of people have been saying I think that they're better than they actually are because, again, I think they're a great team, but they kind of have a road set up to where they can make the finals. I think that if they play against, you know, a Brazil or France, I mean, Brazil already beat them going into the tournament. I mean, I think then you really see who they are. So,
you think Argentina wasn't a real test? And this question is not for you, John. It's just for anyone else who's here to answer.
I think that at this point in time, you have an Argentinian team that's completely, they don't have any identity. Everything is in shambles, I feel there. So it's just like you play them at a weakened point, you know, personally. So, no, I don't think Croatia has really been tested yet. So,
Okay.
Nigeria and Iceland too. Nothing.
Yeah, I was really surprised how Iceland kind of went out of the tournament. I thought they came in, especially what they did 4 years ago.
Sure.
I thought, you know, they would use that as a good experience, and they would find their way through to the knockout stages.
yeah.
And I was kind of surprised that they didn't pull it out.
I mean, like we talked about, teams maybe showing themselves to be bad. I think after Euro 2016 and now this World Cup, okay, it wasn't a great showing, but Iceland didn't get destroyed.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I feel like you have to say, all right, you guys, you can play. You're a real team. Like, it's not like a cute little fairy tale thing.
Yeah,
anymore.
you got to take
you
your
guys,
hats off to them.
You guys are a real team.
I mean, they got the population of Glendale, and they're in the World Cup. I mean, come on now. It's
True.
You know.
And their players are playing for some high-end teams, some
Yeah.
club teams, so they're getting the experience at least on that stage to transfer over to the international stage.
I loved the shot of the manager of Iceland like 2 days after. You saw that when he was like coaching a youth game like with like 10 fans out there?
Yeah.
Isn't he a dentist too or something?
Oh,
Man.
settle. He's been. Come on, bro. You were there.
It's all right.
That was, I think it was Vito. Was it Vito, the defender who's there?
Oh, yeah,
I think so, right there. That this right here takes so much restraint not to try and dive and block that because you know you can't get there.
That was a really wasted opportunity, though. I mean,
Oh. That's twice.
you're not going to get those kind of opportunities very often against a team like Croatia, so it's like,
He's hunting like a poacher down there. He knows it's there.
Yeah.
Because he missed that one falling down that shot in the first half.
Walter says Argentina was terrible against them. I think he's referring to Croatia. Who were Argentina good against? Is the counterpoint?
I mean, that's another question too. It's like I really think, I mean,
They weren't really good against Iceland.
Well, they beat, didn't they?
Nigeria.
I didn't think it was just the whole vibe. They just like the team just felt deflated the whole time, this whole tournament. You know,
Yep.
you always saw Messi like this. You know, you didn't really see any like vibrance out of that team. You know.
And what you were talking about yesterday, Sebi, this whole idea that Aguero and Messi can't play together. That's when your two best players can't play together.
I don't buy that.
That's
yeah,
an
I
issue.
don't buy that either.
You find a way.
Yeah.
If you're a good
Yeah.
manager, you find a way.
Yeah.
That is your
I agree.
task. It's not to
Exactly.
get mediocre players playing better. It's to make great players
Exactly.
play together.
Because at that point, you're just the conductor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone knows how to play the music. You know?
Oh, I knew it was coming. I knew the music analogy was coming.
You know, so you really have to be that guy. You know, I mean, like they're talking about like the players are coaching themselves. I mean, like, come on. I mean, like,
yeah, it shouldn't be happening.
It shouldn't be happening. I mean, coaches are to oversee everything, but you really are kind of like when you get to this level, you're your own coach. You understand how the game works. You know, so.
Yeah.
Sampaoli, not really welcome back in Argentina anytime soon, I imagine.
No.
Yeah. Where do you think he goes next? Do you think he goes back to Spain coaching?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think you got to go to a club, right? You stay at an international.
Yeah, I think he's done with that. I think.
Yeah. Who do you think is going to be the U.S. coach? Now they've got these, they got the young kids who are doing really well in the under-23 World Cup, and playing on these bigger teams. Pulisic's best friend is doing great work as well, and so. Do you look for a European coach again, or do you stay American? This is what
Do you think we need that validation of someone who comes in with the accent and some of the pedigree and history and is that on a CV of,
I feel that it's kind of needed. Although, I mean, I think they really need to find a guy like a Klopp or a Zidane, someone who's got a personality, who you're going to fight for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, did you really have that with the last coaches?
Right. Well, no, and I remember 2 or 3 years ago when Suarez was still in Liverpool, when Alda did a live broadcast from, was it Fox and the Hounds?
Probably.
At like 7 a.m. or something like that. And I was there. And he, off camera, he interviewed me during halftime to ask me who my favorite players. I was Suarez, blah, blah, blah. But off camera, he said he had spoken to a number of the national team members, and they all were rebelling against Klinsmann already from the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
The veterans. And that's a tough situation to walk into.
Yeah.
If you can't figure out how to get the veterans on your side, you're not going to last too long on a team. Especially if you don't have strong, younger guys coming up that you can rely on that'll shape the team.
The strange thing, too, is...
And that never stopped. They kept rebelling against him. And the Landon Donovan move was the final nail.
Yeah.
What had those players really done? And I know...
Yeah.
What have they done to earn that? What have they done to say, I'm bigger than...
True.
Right.
You're right. You're right. I mean, and that's why they need a clean house, because right now these kids are... I mean, the youth looks promising.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
that's why I think you have to get a European coach.
I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the next 4 years with the U.S. national team.
It's the longest throw-in I've ever seen. Yeah.
Who? What name then? Is there a name that like you? Who's you secretly hoping that we get?
Well, yeah.
I mean,
would you take Sampaoli? Would you take Sampaoli right now?
No. I just don't think he's right for the job.
Yeah.
I don't think he's right for the job. Obviously, he could. Like you were saying, you got to get guys to play well together.
Yeah.
And he just couldn't figure that out. I mean,
it's a good question. I don't know who's out there that's not coaching a national team right now that could. Like you talk about Zidane. Zidane would be interesting. But
I just don't see him do it.
Yeah, exactly. Because most of the people that want to coach for the United States national team is because they have a thing for the United States. Klinsmann.
They want to live here, or they already live here, or they don't want to be able to be recognized every time they're on the street.
Yeah. And I know they'd never hire a Mexican coach. I know that.
You tell me if Juan Carlos Osorio after this World Cup doesn't become available, you think?
Oh, shoot it!
Oh, yeah. I don't think that would just be hard for the fans.
Or he'd at least have to coach maybe somewhere else and cleanse himself of the
of the Mexicans.
Exactly.
You know who might be great is the Atlanta manager. He used to coach Argentina, Tata Martinez.
Oh yeah, Martinez.
Oh, yeah,
he would be a great shout.
I think that might be a possibility. He's coached internationally. With obviously Argentina, and so.
I went insane when they were trying to suggest Siggy Schmidt. I was going.
Oh
insane.
God, please!
Not a guy.
For God's sakes.
Yeah.
Stop it! For God's sakes.
Yeah.
What's next, Preki? Get out of here.
That name in a while.
Yeah, Landon Donovan.
Yeah.
Underneath his Mexico shirt. I had a U.S. shirt the whole time.
Yeah. Get out.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah.
You blew it.
Get out of the country.
Yeah, I don't know.
ICE, go get that guy. Get him out of my country.
Yeah.
Donovan. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I would like someone with a little bit of a reputation, but who isn't clearly coming here as just a money play or a retirement play.
Yeah.
Right?
And Jurgi Low, I think, is done with the German national team, but I don't think you bring in another German either. There was so much
agree.
dissent.
I don't think he'd take the job either.
That would be weird.
I think for him, there's too much work.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, you mean like you can't just come in and have a bunch of perfect players.
Well,
already.
I mean, I think with him, I think he did a great job with their younger kids coming up, and he's kind of nurtured that, and I think that's happening here. But again, there's a lot of work that needs to be done, like from the top down, and we're seeing it being restructured right now.
Yeah.
So,
which is ironically what Klinsmann set into motion.
Yeah.
He just wasn't the right guy overall at the end. Kind of like Sam Hinkie. He was not the right guy in the end. They had to bring in another general manager, and the same thing here, you have to bring another manager that's going to understand what he's trying to go for. Tab Ramos has been doing that too.
Yeah.
And he's done great work on the youth level. So who do you bring in here? That's what I'm wondering about. Because these kids are playing in Europe, so you got to bring in a coach that understands European tactics that they can transfer over. Because we're not going to go anywhere unless we adapt. This whole, like, we've been doing this for 3 decades now, this whole, like, we're just got a lot of heart. That kind of stuff needs to end. You know?
We got to start believing in our ability and being a legitimate nation.
Exactly.
Playing soccer.
It's the one, like, kind of mainstream sport we compete in that we cannot get to a final or get into a championship situation for. It's frustrating. Basketball, hockey, we handle that stuff.
Yeah.
But for soccer, for whatever reason, we just can't.
Well, I mean, the best leagues are in Europe, and, and even the national teams, like you see the best players on the national teams are playing in Europe in top clubs. So until we see more of our youth going to these top clubs and playing in meaningful matches day in and day out and training with world-class players, that's when you'll see a change.
Or if MLS becomes a top league.
Which, unfortunately, I
might be a little slower route. I'm just throwing it out there.
They've had 20 years, 22 years.
Yeah, it's... the league's gotten better.
Yes, true.
It's gotten better.
Absolutely.
But I just don't see that. I mean, it's going to take too long,
Well, you'd have to restructure the league completely. Because, you have we have one owner owning multiple teams. That kind of stuff doesn't work, or you're having it owned from the centralized, have the MLS central office out, and that's a mistake.
Right, Paul Modric. Ooh. I feel like if either team scores now, it might be a set piece. Just with Modric and Eriksen taking them both. And how this game is kind of settled a little bit.
Ooh. Ooh. All right.
That was a bit theatrical. But again, that link-up play kind of came just in the center part of the field a little bit. It wasn't wide out on the wing.
Yeah. So that's what you want to look like. That's a good-looking dude right there, man. Look at that guy.
Pretty big punch.
Oof.
I feel like it's quite an accomplishment for Schmeichel, because to be the same position as your dad, one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time, and then to actually become accomplished yourself. I mean, he's not his dad, but he's very, very good. He's top goalkeeper still. Like, to do that with your last name and everything, that's some achievement.
Agreed.
I mean, we saw, like, you remember, like, Jordy Cruyff play
for
Man United?
Jordy,
that's
right.
Yeah.
Woof. That's right.
Terry says the last hour has not been as entertaining as the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll have a word with them, Terry. I'll see if they can spice it up a little bit. And
sorry, Terry.
You're right. That first 5, we remember Omar was going, all right, well, here come the goals.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it settled down pretty quickly.
Yep. Which is, it settled down to the game that people thought it was going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a defensive struggle all around. Oh, right. Jorgensen, all right.
First change.
All right.
Cornelius off? Sorry, Omar.
Son of a, wow.
Well, Cornelius, you had a good run, bud.
Might not be seeing you again this tournament, huh?
Name of the tourney, though.
It's pretty good. Sounds Brazilian, you know?
Cornelius?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I could see that.
Socrates and, Pele, Cornelius, Dunga. Maybe that's what he's going for.
Maybe, yeah.
So Jorgens is a striker he plays for Feyenoord. Is that what you said?
Feyenoord, yeah.
Feyenoord, yeah.
In Netherlands.
I'm used to saying PSV. That's what I'm used to saying.
Just one.
That's
PSV
easiest
or
one to
Ajax.
say.
That's
It's
it.
Ajax. That's
Yeah.
right.
Feyenoord's good. I think the year before they won the.
Yeah, I think they won. Yeah.
Turkout. That's where he came from, and he went
Oh,
back.
that's right.
He won it, and then I think retired with them.
Oh, Cout. Always. Big heart. Love Cout. To the day I die, man.
You're a big Cout guy?
Big time, man. That guy would pop up and score in the biggest games.
Especially against Everton.
And Man U.
Yep.
He was beautiful in that.
Oh, his hat trick?
Oh.
AKA the Suarez game where he kind of announced himself.
Just count it always,
Ooh,
man.
wow.
He's the one defender I regretted us letting go, and I knew we had to, but it still broke my heart.
Have you seen any of these games like a foul free throw?
No,
Throw-ins?
I've seen many, but I've never seen any of them called.
It's like, you know, because I was looking at it,
that
like,
was
that
a
kinda,
little baseball-y or something.
Yeah,
Or the flip throw, or the
Yeah.
guy who's crouched down.
Yeah.
Doing, just bizarre stuff.
Yeah.
It's all that time wasting stuff. See, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what the next substitute is for Croatia.
Solskjaer99 says, still not as boring as the 120 minutes earlier.
True.
Spain, Russia. But those penalty kicks, the last, you know.
True.
That was
weird.
good.
Christian says, the U.S. team needs a player like Josep Martinez to become a U.S. player, bring that Atlanta power. So you're saying maybe nationalizing is the key, or...
I'm always,
I mean,
I'm always uncomfortable with that. Like when Preki played for the national team, I was like,
didn't feel right about it.
Yeah.
Where do you draw the line? Like, what about like military babies?
I'm cool with that. Like what he was bringing over from the German bases, I had no problem with that because they're still born of American parents. I had no problem with that. But it's just, you know. And
Well-
I'm the son of immigrants, so it's not an immigrant situation. It's more a matter of like, it's the national team.
yeah.
The national players should play for the national
Shit,
team.
with the current administration, we're probably trying, and they're going, nah, we're not going to out. Like, how good? How many goals? Sorry.
Listen, Mr. President,
Yeah.
let's not a few men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's at least have a soccer skills training and see who's got the talent.
Yeah, I feel like maybe that's falling on some deaf ears right now.
Come on now, you want
US.
ratings? Let's do this.
Let's
here.
do this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how you.
That's how you
pitch it.
gotta
You gotta
approach
go with
it.
the ratings.
Yeah.
Ratings.
You got to speak his language.
Speak
That's right.
ratings. Speak ratings. Speak a little cash.
You know, not everyone, some are getting through.
Yeah.
Great players, best.
If only he was a soccer fan.
Nah. Someone made a funny joke yesterday on Twitter. They're like, this morning, when Russia won, they were like, oh, the team that will actually go to the White House if they win a championship. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Too far.
Oh.
Too far.
Oh, you're right, Seb. I think they're bringing on Kovacic
Wow.
It's only a matter of time. Still a good player.
at
even-
minute 70.
They've kind of neutralized Modric in the second half. Interesting.
Yeah, you really haven't seen him do much except for that one.
Yeah, this is good.
It did get a bit. Everyone's right. It did get a bit boring. Got a little stale. Like
Yeah.
something's got to give, and I feel like Croatia needs to force the issue. To your point, like they want to win this in '90. They don't want to see this go away.
Yeah.
You know, no one wants to see that.
Nice little moves. Oh, yeah. What do you guys think about all the free agent signings last night? Can we switch sports for a few
No,
minutes?
I told
Yeah,
Terry,
we
I
were
said, look,
talking
if
about that,
LeBron
actually.
signs today, you have
I think
permission
he
to
draws
shout
it
it
out a
out
little
right
bit.
now.
Really?
Yeah, I think he draws it out a bit.
You think LeBron's going to sign for the Lakers now?
I don't know.
I think he's staying. I
You
think he's
think-
staying in Cleveland.
I think so too.
In LA right now.
Yeah.
His sources is playing landed, but his reps are meeting with the 76ers.
Right. Well,
Alright.
he has landed in LA the last 4 off seasons because he has a place here. People are making a huge deal out of it.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, he comes here every off season.
Yeah.
So just like he goes to Miami during the season. He
Yeah.
just loves doing that shit.
The Cavs could be playing the Lakers, and someone would tweet out LeBron landed in LA and be like,
Yeah.
he's coming, he's coming, it's done deal. It's like,
Yeah.
Well, he stands to make a lot more money, I think, if he stays in Cleveland, right? I think he's like,
Oh, yeah.
he's leaving like 50 mil if he leaves Cleveland. So I mean,
He could sign the same deal that Durant has signed.
Yeah.
And then they both could go to a team in 2019, which is what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
Now, because Paul George, for some unknown reason,
Yeah, right. I
signed
didn't see
to
it.
OKC
Silly.
with 4 years. And Windhorst brought it up. He said Windhorst was like, this is the dumbest thing ever because he could have signed a 2-1, and then he'd have qualified after 10 years of service in the league for $252 million on his next. He would have had a massive raise, and only signing for 147. He's really screwed himself out of some money.
everything about it is pretty baffling.
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't see that. I was kind of like, what? All right, well.
I'm still waiting for the Lakers, so keep my...
And they're going to buy out Melo. Trust me on that.
Yeah, he's done.
They're going to buy him. If he wasn't at the party, if he was,
If he wasn't-
Oh,
shoot it! What are you?
goal!
Oh, that was
man.
tame.
Dog.
Cornelius would have buried that.
Yeah, Cornelius, man, gonna come back and bite you.
Cornelius
in the ass.
he would have had some...
Cornelius would have had that.
Solskjaer 99 asks, what's Pulisic's Balkan country heritage? I think it's Croatian. I think we're watching it now.
He's an itch.
He would be a great player for them right now. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine the way he and Modric would link up? They would just be on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
Thank God.
God, I hate that we have to wait 4 years for that, man.
I know.
Hopefully
Well, I think they have a string of some top-notch games coming up after the World Cup.
Yeah.
I think they're playing like Italy and England. They're playing Brazil. They're playing.
But we need a coach.
So-
Like, this temporary guy is a temp guy.
Well, they just gave him an extension on his temporariness.
Did they really?
Yeah, just read that the other day. So, is he temporary?
All right.
Yeah, it is. It is. They know they got to shake things up.
Yeah.
The not qualifying was a huge wake-up call. I mean, head's got to roll a little bit, right? There's got to be.
Yeah, I'm just glad Gulati's out.
You're not a big Gulati guy?
Oh, God, he was driving me insane with the moves and the decisions he was making. And then just the impertinence of it all, it just drove me insane.
He always kind of felt a little more like a CFO. Not
Yeah,
like a, you know
he was
what I
a
mean?
crunching numbers guy. He wasn't a running the federation kind of guy.
That's not what wins the fans over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fans, you get them either with results, winning,
Right.
or your style of play. If you can play something sexy, even if you don't win, like you can get the fans on your side a little bit. You know, because we don't have either of those traditions in the U.S. Right? We don't really play that sexy, and we haven't won anything yet.
Exactly.
So, you know, one of those, but saying how, like, we're expanding the marketing, but no one cares.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nobody cares.
I know it's a necessary evil. I'm in business school. I get it. I get it, guys. I get it. Oh, Joey says Roca can be the U.S. coach. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure. I'm
ready?
all over it.
Right after you manage a Blind Donkey FC later today.
Yeah, but I like a diamond formation, so I need players like that.
Oh.
I'm a bigger,
Well, we only play 7 aside, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no
How many
matter what, you
defenders-
base together.
We're not. I can't run 11s now. I'm too old for that.
Yeah, too much running.
7 aside,
Yeah.
including the goalkeeper?
Yeah.
So you have six
Six
field
yeah,
players?
yeah.
Outfield.
So we usually play 2-2-1.
Bit of a
3-2-1 is what?
Oh yeah, no.
It's a
3-2-1.
2-3-1.
Yeah,
kind
kinda,
of
A 2-3-1?
We make our wingers run
Okay.
a lot.
All right.
Which is why I
I'm
don't
cool
do
with that. You gotta have some rock and roll football. That's what you need. That close.
It's the only way to play.
Yeah.
Total football.
Total football.
All
Total
over.
football.
At any that short of field, at any point, anyone's attacking.
Yeah, it's total football.
What are your team colors? Or do you guys just wear whatever you want?
Navy blue.
Oh,
Yeah.
navy blue.
Navy blue.
That's it. Navy
Yeah,
blue.
navy blue.
All navy blue.
All navy
Wow.
blue.
Strong statement.
Yeah.
We'll wear. Hey, if anyone wants sponsors, we'll wear anything. We'll put anything on.
I
this
think our new
jersey.
kits are awesome though.
Yeah, I do
Got
like them.
Nike kits. They're
Oh,
pretty,
nice.
Yeah, they're pretty fly.
You got to get me undies to sponsor you guys. Then you can. I just wanna see. They reached out to us over at Collider, and so I'm actually wearing a pair now. No,
Really?
we have to try out their stuff, and they sent it last night. So I'm wearing a pair right now just to kind of see what that feeling is.
So far, so good.
So far, very comfortable.
Really?
Interesting material.
I feel like, and not to disparage their product.
This is
but
how
I feel
boring
like
the game is. We're going to talk about our underwear. Yeah,
the
go
only,
ahead.
the only way there's like no reaction is good because that means they're doing their job.
Yes.
The only way you really notice them if something is amiss.
Yeah, right?
You know, it's
Exactly.
like
Yeah. If it's coarse.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I can't do Hanes anymore. I can't do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Haynes is a young
Yeah,
man's game.
yeah, exactly. I'm a grown man now.
Yeah, grown ass man dog. I'm a grown ass man dog.
Oh man. We got to get Modric some shots, right? I mean,
Dude,
We need to just get him the ball. And first of all, here.
this is just a back and forth till penalties. It seems kind of obvious.
Denmark looked pretty happy to get to penalties. This is going the distance, I think. Have you seen much of Kovacic since he's come on? I haven't.
He's kind of hasn't really been on long enough to really dictate anything.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm seeing Croatia kind of being a little bit like Spain right now, which is not a good thing. It's great that you move the ball and you got possession, but it's meaningless if you're not going to do anything with it. That's like attacking minded. So,
It's a good point, bud. It seems like they're just kind of.
right? They kind of
plenty
exactly.
of passing,
around.
very little purpose. Right?
Yeah.
See, look, now they're gonna go across again. It's like
But the Danes are pulling them out. Like, they're not sitting back, the Danes.
I mean,
and that's a good
They
thing.
do have two in the attacking half. Here we go. We need Lovren to have a run.
Oh,
there we go.
just take it.
There you go.
There we go.
Little
All
flick.
right.
Mandzukic.
No. Ooh,
Oh!
Penalty.
Oh.
Wow.
That was very
Oh, that's
unlogical.
Modric, too, yeah.
So you want it falling to, right? Him or Rakitic?
Remember when we had Eriksson?
Who's we?
Liverpool.
Christian Eriksen?
Didn't we have Eriksson?
Tottenham had him.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I think he's only. Yeah,
No, yeah.
Who did we have that was like?
He went from
he was a young kid.
straight to.
I forget who we had. That was a young kid that sounded like Erickson. I thought it was Erickson we had as a young kid, and then we let him go, and he's like flourished.
We've got a couple like that. Like Luis Alberto at Lazio had a great season. Suso at Milan is
Suso,
one of theirs.
right? Suso. Who couldn't make it work with Suso? Was that Klinsmann or was that Dalglish?
I think Dalglish had him working, but then I think Brendan Rodgers was maybe the one who sent him out.
Oh,
Ooh, well done to hold on to that.
Rodgers. He's doing great with Celtic, so clearly he's
That's a no one can mess up that job. You know.
yeah, true.
Bruce Arena could go win the Scottish Premier League.
easy killer. Easy.
You want to start your managerial
Not
career?
with
Go to
his hubris.
Celtics. get a Scottish league title and a Scottish Cup, and then you're ready to go. Then
Hey, Stevie G's doing it.
Where the hell is this going?
I would take Brendan Rodgers for the U.S. even.
Yeah. For the U.S. team?
Yeah.
Sevi, please.
I would take him.
I've enjoyed our time together.
Oh.
It's the first controversial thing you've said.
I'm just
I would
saying.
not want that guy in charge of my
I'm looking
national
at the last 3 managers or so the U.S. has had, and I'm going. I'd rather have Rodgers than any of them.
team. Yeah, he's gonna walk up.
I think
I've got
Rodgers.
an envelope for you. I'm gonna open it at the end of the season.
that was dumb. That was goofy. But
That whole series they should have never done.
that was
It was
not
the worst.
the whole. He had the portrait of himself in his own house.
Really?
And they acknowledged, they looked at it, he's like, oh, there I am. And it's just like this portrait of him.
Oh God.
It was so weird. And then he was like, I don't know, was it from the
Yeah,
series?
there's level
Yes.
of douche, and then there's level of you have a own picture of yourself painted in your house, douche.
Yeah.
AB Hokey1 says, no, hashtag Outlaw Nation checking in.
Yeah. What's up, dude? That's my other podcast, Outlaw Nation. We just talk about crazy stuff every week.
So you go by the Outlaw.
Yeah.
Omar, your production company is
Born Bandits,
Born
yeah.
Bandits.
Nice.
So I feel like,
Yeah.
I'm goody two-shoes over here,
Well, you got to keep the fort down.
Canada,
Yeah.
eh?
Canada. Yeah.
Hey, you're the play-by-play guy. We're the color here, man. You
Yeah.
know, you got to keep it. You're the Summerall. You got to keep it chill. By the way, do you watch the American broadcasts of these, or do you watch the Spanish broadcasts? Because Cantor has been killing it this World Cup.
Honestly, I've been watching Telemundo, the Spanish one.
Right.
Primarily because I'm going to Barcelona in a couple months.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'll be able to see Messi play in Camp Nou. But I'm just trying to get my Spanish up here,
Gotcha.
So I have been watching the Telemundo broadcast.
Are you not of Spanish heritage? What do you?
No, I'm half Brazilian.
Okay.
and
Half American.
Half American.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Full blood. But then you went for a Latino twice over.
Yeah,
Right, with Argentinian
exactly.
and Mexican parents.
Yeah, like the flame wasn't hot enough.
Yeah, no,
so-
exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because you got 2 different fires. You got a South
Oh,
American
yeah.
Or you
fire
guys
and
might be too boring together. Huh?
Oh yeah. That's never a problem at our house. I'll tell you that much.
I dated one Latina. I'd never again. No offense to the Latinas, beautiful ladies. My sister, obviously, but like it's fire. It's fire.
It's
You're
fire.
dealing with fire, man.
Yeah. Well, I like spicy food.
Yeah,
so.
fair enough. I do not. So there you go.
There you go.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah.
AB Hokey says, you guys are amazing. No, I think Outlaw Nation's amazing.
No,
Thanks.
stop. That's very kind. This has been a blast.
Walter says, I can't stand Alexi Lawless. I think
Oh!
we'll let it go.
Agreed.
We'll let it go.
Agreed.
We'll let it go.
If
Yeah.
you never spoke again, I'd
Hey,
be the
Alexi,
happiest guy on the planet.
Put your money where your mouth is. I want to see you play in Sunday League with us, man. I would love to go at you.
I
hate
I would love to go
I
at
think
you.
as a player, he did a lot for the U.S.
Sure.
He represented them. Never any scandal.
Played in
nothing
Italy.
Like that. Yeah,
No
played for,
respect.
was it Bari or something? I can't
One of
remember. He
those.
played. Yeah. So I think.
Yeah.
And I think he knows it's working for him, right? People talk about him. People
Right.
know him. When they talk about Americans,
He's a controversial guy.
They know him. They know he kind of knows what gets sound right.
I think he's kind of the guy who says just the stupidest things.
You know
just
who he
because
is?
you
He's
want.
Cowherd.
Yeah, exactly.
Colin Cowherd
yeah,
for soccer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is it works for him. It keeps him relevant.
I
you know.
guess.
So
I feel like he's more Skip Bayless.
I mean, we're kind of splitting hairs at this point. None of it's Pulitzer stuff.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Kind of.
Yeah.
That's true. But it's all polarizing. That's for damn sure.
So I try to take that with a grain of salt. Like that, maybe that's his image he needs to to stay relevant. And
I think you're right.
So
Uh-oh.
oh, is that
I think he just jacked his shoulder here.
looks painful.
Oh.
I think he just fell on it funny.
Was it?
Ow! Damn.
Oh, damn.
Arm doesn't go that way.
Kovacic? Wow.
Poor guy.
That
I don't
looked
know.
like shades of Salah in the final, right?
Yeah, he might have just like dislocated it and got out of the socket or something. I don't know.
AB Hokey says, been watching Fox and he loves Kate Abdo. I wish we had the BBC coverage. She's great.
Kate Abdo's great.
She's really smart too.
Yeah.
She's one of those that speaks like a bunch of languages and you're just like,
Yeah.
She's good. Solskjaer, ask Roca if he knows what the legendary Marcelo Salas is up to these days. Top 10. Ooh-ah.
Ooh-ah. Marcelo Salas? Jesus, I don't know.
He's somewhere. He's with...
Is he?
Is he with...
Let's see. Where is he at?
ESPN Deportes?
You know who sucks?
Better not be one of our clients.
Who's the guy? Oh, wait, who are you client? Who's the guy? Oh, Moreno, Alejandro Moreno
He's
on
on
ESPN
ESPN.
FC. Is he one of your clients?
No.
Okay. He, in an interview before Klopp took the job, they asked him about Klopp taking the job, and he said, and I will forever come after him on Twitter for this until I get a blue check mark, then they'll have to take me off. But he said, Liverpool is a finished franchise, and they're living on the fumes of the past. And Klopp would never come to Liverpool because why do people think nobody wants to go play for Liverpool? Nobody wants to manage Liverpool. They're nothing anymore. He would be a mistake for him to go. He won't turn that team around. They have no talent. And he was just so adamant about it. And then Klopp came anyway, which I thought was great, and then turned the team around. And every time we win anything or get anywhere, I always tweet it.
Let him know.
I add him. You know, he never reads it, I'm sure. But I tweeted him out of frustration and anger at him for saying that.
Sometimes you got to let him know.
I thought it was stupid. I was like, you're a career MLS player. Kiss my butt, man. What do you got to say about the Premier League?
Ooh. Whoa. Better, but was that coming off a set piece too, right? I mean,
well, I brought it up because I think Ali Wagner is doing fantastic.
She's great,
right?
She's great.
People complain about women calling sports, but like that.
I think she's been great too.
She's been fantastic.
Yeah. She's great. Doris Burke has.
She's
been the best
legend.
NBA commentator probably for. I think she says just as good as like Marv Albert.
Totally.
You know? I agree. Yeah. That's why I was really. I wish that, because Allie's calling from the studio. I wish they had brought her for their coverage, live in the stadiums. She'll be even better once she gets those opportunities.
I think we'll know that we've made it in terms of gender equality in commentators when people can take Ali Wagner if they hate on her just for her takes.
Yes.
It has nothing to do with which is fine.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's equality.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When she gets trolled for the same reason all the other male commentators do. And
exactly.
Not just gender, right?
When she says shit about Liverpool, I'm going to go after her.
Exactly.
That's how it works.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But no, she's been good.
I've really enjoyed her. Like when she's on a game, even if I'm not interested in the teams, I've watched.
She's clever too. She's pretty quick with it.
She figures out formation. She knows what players. She pinpoint what players are doing better in the game than you didn't notice, and you start to notice them, and you go, oh yeah, she's absolutely right. So she's just really smart. Whereas Miola just likes to hear himself talk, which is driving me insane.
Gets bigger every shot I see him. I think he's bulking up in the middle of a
Miola? Right. He's on the Barry Bonds diet, I think.
Oh,
nice.
All right.
Almost.
AB Hokey says, who you guys got now? I like Brazil versus England in the final. Let's go, Three Lions. Is it coming home?
Wow.
It's setting up for him.
Goldman Sachs predicted that as well, I believe.
Oh.
Too big to fail, England.
Nice
and Goldman.
Nice.
Yeah, who's Lehman Brothers got in this one?
No, man.
Germany? This is a bit better from Croatia.
Oh!
Goal.
Finish!
Oh, man.
Hit it!
Oh! Wow.
Corner?
Yeah, exactly. That was close.
It was helping.
Who's that on the
I
right
think
wing?
Croatia's kind of feeling the heat now. I've kind of finished this in,
Yeah.
they got probably about, 8 minutes or so?
How many? They've only made one substitution or two? I've only seen one that I remember.
No, I think they've subbed twice.
Okay.
Who? Croatia?
Yeah.
Kovacic came in.
Yeah.
And someone else came in for the left back.
Okay.
Piruch, the guy we just saw. I think he came on. Fact check me, Terry.
Yeah.
Fact check 1, 2.
One left on each team.
One sub left. Maybe they saw penalties earlier.
Most of the predictions I saw were 2-2 or 1-1. So this seems to be on point with what a lot of the soccer analysts were saying. I was hoping we get a more open game after that.
Yeah,
opening, I'm surprised we didn't.
It started off, I was like, oh, this is going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
A.B. Hoagie says, Roca, if Liverpool offered you an assistant coaching staff job, would you leave L.A. tomorrow?
There would be a
it?
puff of smoke right now.
Yeah,
no offense to FCTV Live, I would have left in a second.
I don't think that's even the question is, would you leave your family for it? That's the I think that
in a heartbeat.
Okay.
No, you kidding? In a heartbeat. Oh, ooh. Wait, I don't have it. Like I don't have. I was joking about a 5-year-old. I don't have kids or anything. Let's make that clear. I'm not gonna, pull a doll's house and take
There
it
you
out of
go.
here.
I was like, damn, dude. Just kind of thinking in my head. I was going to
Tommy,
say
I had to
anything.
Liverpool, Tommy.
I was like, wow,
Making
bro.
Drake look good as a father.
Oh my God! Someone tweeted that Drake went back into the studio to add the rhymes about his kids into his tracks. That's why the tracks aren't that good. Oh, that's hilarious to me. I was cracking up reading that.
I also saw something. Drake is the Nickelback of rap. That was actually pretty funny. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah, a lot of people hate him, man. They hate on him.
I mean,
I like most of his stuff. They hate on him, though.
I'm gonna be honest. I listened to the whole record. Is it good?
Right.
I
like Jay-Z's last one. I didn't like Jay-Z's last one. Yeah. What were you saying?
I've been out of the hip hop game since it was no longer like gangster rap.
Oh.
You know, I don't know. So it's hard for me
It's
to
not
like.
hard enough. Yeah, it's not hardcore for you like it was before. You're all about
I may be a nice guy, but you know, when I'm driving down the freeway, I got to be thugged out in there.
Right.
I'm pretty nasty in between.
You're like the dude from Office Space,
That's
right?
me.
You're like,
That's me. A lot of gangsters went to Yale University. Don't let this fool you.
That's pretty thug, dude.
Yeah, you went you went thug.
So
you didn't go to Harvard. You went to Yale. That's thug.
Yeah.
You didn't Cornell.
Yeah.
So New Haven
Harvard
legitimately is New Haven is a bit rough. People don't know that unless you pass through
New
Connecticut.
Haven, Connecticut.
Yeah, it's a little rough. It's not Cambridge. Hot to the ivory tower there.
Nothing is Cambridge, dog. Nothing is Cambridge. What's the Yale mascot?
Bulldogs.
Okay. All right.
Bow wow wow.
Okay.
That's all. That's literally. I've displayed all of the school spirit I think I did in 4 years there. That's right now. Like.
Nice, man.
A.B. Hokie asks. He says Roca does have a son, Andrew Guy.
Oh, please.
Who's
Don't
Andrew
bring him
Guy?
up. Nah, some guy we compete with, and we have a similar look, and he's younger than me, so people started a storyline that I was his dad.
Hey, if you compete with him, you better make him call you daddy, right?
Hey, there you go. See, you are thug. Wow,
Thug
that's
life.
good. You calligraphy on your stomach.
Yeah.
Lift it up and show everybody, Sammy. It says Canada A in
Canada
calligraphy.
Yeah, that's pretty thug right there.
Terry says, I love the Terry comments. That's not even the. She says, I used to go to a bar in Hartford, Connecticut, and someone got knifed outside as we were leaving at like 2 a.m. Terry, you left out the most interesting part of the story there. What are you doing outside bars at 2 a.m.? Huh? You know? You were part of that crowd. You were part of the crowd. You were part of that
crowd.
element, right?
Just smoking.
Neither confirmed nor denied.
Oh, okay. You heard, maybe if one of your friends stayed late.
She looks like she's throwing a punch or two in a bar fight. I can see that.
Hey, I'm not messing with anyone from Detroit.
No shit.
My thug credentials are down here compared to the Detroit population over there.
Did you know Eminem personally? In Detroit? No? Oh, all right. 8 months.
Oh!
Woo! Whoa!
Shots
More
fired.
of a Kid Rock girl?
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Terry's like Spider over here from Goodfellas. That's right. Don't think no shit, Terry. That's right.
Spider. Didn't end well for him, though, did it?
No, it didn't.
No.
Just a couple minutes here.
Well, we filled it up, I think.
We did what we could.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's not much going on here.
Croatia looked like they
Yeah, this looks.
They don't care.
Kind of been.
I wonder what the stats are. If this goes to penalties, when's the last time 2 knockout games went to penalties on the same day?
Oh boy, that's going to be a tough one for Terry to look up.
Yeah, well, you know, she Detroit. She
Detroit.
She gonna be hard now.
Yeah. Marcus says, sorry Terry, I'm only reading this because I know it's going to rib you, but he says Detroit is greasy.
Oh.
I don't know what that means.
Man. Greasy.
Maybe the automobile grease?
Is that a slur?
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh!
Damn.
It's a bit better, but you'd like to see him a little closer to goal to get those shots. Not
A
have
bit
to.
late.
Look what is Eriksson closing him down too. Kind of closing.
By the way, I like this World Cup logo. This is the first one I've liked in the last 3 or 4 cycles.
The
It's
logo?
not bad.
Yeah.
The logo's good. The artwork's been good. Jersey's been pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the mascot is, but I don't.
It's
This little fox things. Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Terry, let us know when he's up behind us. We have him looping on one of the monitors behind us.
Yeah,
And,
fox. Oh, okay.
Kavika or something.
Oh. Well, Denmark was the man. If Denmark was to steal this right here on a corner kick, oh God!
Damn.
There is the danger, though, that too many underdog teams going through loses fans, loses viewership. People aren't as excited in the quality of soccer. You know, I wonder about it.
That's what's coming up next.
Oh,
10 seconds.
Okay.
All right. Oh, jeez. That's an eternity. We got a corner kick between now and then. Ooh. Hit it.
Ooh.
oh,
Oh.
oh,
There it
yeah.
is.
All right. I don't mind that one.
I
That
love
was
his
kinda cool.
goggles
Yeah,
that are somehow attached to his face. Oh, yeah, he's got some straps. I didn't.
I dig it.
He's all right.
This is a good mascot.
He's
I'd be
not
all
as
right with that.
creepy as some of the past ones.
Yeah.
we've
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah, the South Korea one unsettled me.
Yeah.
Solskjaer says, Schmodown movie trivia question for the three of you.
Oh boy.
And I know the answer to this. So I'm going to leave it to you guys. I think this is degree of difficulty is a little bit low. Name the soccer movie starring Stallone, Michael Caine, Max von Sydow, Pele, and Bobby Moore.
Oh, I remember that one.
Do you want the original name or do you want the American name?
Oh, damn.
Because the American name is Victory.
It is.
The original name.
That's
is
what I was gonna say.
The original name is Escape to Victory.
Wow.
That was
Boom.
the that was the.
Come
European
on.
name.
Okay, Solskjaer.
Yeah.
This is the outline.
And Solskjaer, can you name the Oscar? The players that were on there? Because Ardiles was playing. Bobby Moore was on that team. They had a couple of Scots on that team, and I can't remember who else was on that team that was really incredible. Obviously Pele, but there's
I've
a lot
heard of him. He's
And
all right.
the German side had a couple of German
Yeah.
actual national team players on that side.
Solskjaer says he's a Welshman. UK here.
Ugh.
Oh, and then as you were going on your rant, he's going, oh, here he goes. I think that he wanted to see that softball. He wanted
That's
to see
right.
you take a full cut
Yeah.
and just.
Welshman, huh? Like Gareth Bale. Ugh.
I have no problem with Bale.
I had a problem with him beating us. I had a problem with
I
him
mean,
beating us.
I was happy when I saw him not starting that game against
Yeah,
us. I was
true.
like, great, but I don't
have a problem with it either. He'll just roll his ankle and be out for 6 months. That's cool.
He's a bit injury prone.
I tweeted if the UK could renounce his citizenship for scoring that goal against a UK team. But everyone was like, no, the
No?
Welsh hate the English. And I was like, wait a minute.
Is that true, Solskjaer? Tell us, how do you feel?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the English? What's your honest assessment here?
Yeah, Oli, what do you think there?
Yeah. And if there's no expletives or only one or two, I'll read it. 3 or 4.
Only
Is it-
one or two.
Is it Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? That's what it was, Gunnar? Ole
Yeah.
Gunnar Solskjaer?
Yeah.
That was a great goal.
The babyface assassin.
Yep. Right off the tip of his boot to score that goal.
All right, let's take another quick look since we're killing some time. We can do a little half by half.
Do you want to end on this one? Or do you want
No, you got
to?
it.
Okay.
I'm just going to turn here.
What do you guys want to see? You want to see a team or player comparison? You want to see passing maps?
Let's just see the highlights of this again. I'm joking.
And go, oh man, what a great game yesterday
That
was.
was
Today
so
has
good.
not quite been
No,
as
no.
good as
Yeah.
Both
yesterday.
of these games have
Yeah.
not been as exciting as these
No.
because Portugal didn't quit. It was a good match.
Yeah.
on
No,
the
I
Portugal game.
enjoyed that game.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that
It
game.
was a lot of good quality on the field in both. That's such a shame how these lineups sometimes, or these matchups sometimes happen.
It's tough to know sometimes which games are going to be sexier ones.
Wow.
All right, so let's take a look at where we were in the first half when we looked.
Yeah.
57%. We said it was pretty even.
Pretty much the same.
Then in the second half,
A little bit less. Yeah.
I mean, we said it got more boring. It
Yeah.
was just kind of
Yeah.
a stalemate the whole way. Average positions, I think we have them only over the whole game.
Yeah.
So you can see they're both pretty camped out in the midfield.
Yep.
You know, if anything, Croatia seemed to retreat a little bit more.
Uh-huh.
Modric living right around halfway line.
Which is what we were talking about, him trying to run it through the holes that were being created here, but it doesn't seem like, I think that's false holes in their minds.
Yeah.
You know, because they're closing down quickly.
And when the subs came on, a little more attacking,
Yeah.
but
Little
they
more,
came
yeah.
kind of late.
Yeah. Is that the Russian celebration?
The
no, it's
Croatians,
Croatia.
your checkers,
Oh, that's right.
Your favorite.
Oh, God, I just can't. Only when Sukor wore them did I like it.
98.
That's right.
Croatia shot in the second half only, 8 attempts, but they only forced 1 save.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a weak one. I think that was technically the header. I think that was almost like
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, a lob back in.
Right.
But putting it over the goal, putting it wide of the goal, getting blocked.
Yeah.
Denmark is really sort of bunkered down, it seems like. This is it may be a little surprising because we talk about Modric, we talk about Rakitic.
Yeah.
They're key unlockers, right? They know how to find little cracks and little things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really.
It hasn't happened. I'm kind of wondering where that's been. Has this sort of changed your mind or anyone's mind maybe about them being a dark horse? Are they starting to show a little bit of frailty and not being able to find an answer here?
I already said they were inflated. I already said it.
Not much more. Not much more you can add to that.
Okay.
Not much more you can add to that.
I mean, I can't really say more to that. I mean, you're seeing it right
Even
now.
if they get through, and then let's say they beat it right, you're still going to say they're inflated, right?
I'm still going to say that, yeah.
Hey, I hope I could be inflated all the way to the final. I'd take that right now.
I mean, if they don't handle business here in the next, 20 minutes or so?
30 minutes.
30 minutes, yeah. Denmark could go, and they can be your new dark horse.
I think that's what happens
You know?
here. As this goes further and further along, Denmark becomes even more confident and then starts angling towards penalties. Then the pressure's on Croatia because they're the favorites.
Yeah.
And like you said, they've been beating back this idea that they're not another Portugal, which is all talk, looks great against bad teams, but then blows it in critical moments. And this could be happening to Croatia again. And they talked before the match how they wanted to kind of live up to what had happened in '98 with Sucor and them. To see that they're not doing it here is interesting.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of, I know we say it in American sports, but like a trap game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where they were probably licking their lips thinking they got Denmark, especially when you saw some of the other ties on the other side of the bracket.
Yeah.
And maybe already starting to think past that. I know we said once the whistle starts, they're probably all in this game, and if they're not, they are now.
Yeah.
But they're kind of getting caught out. They look a little lethargic or out of ideas, and I think we're seeing that. We look at their shot map, and even Denmark's the same. It's not a lot of invention there or creativity.
Yeah.
Attacking zones. Let's see in the second half.
Man, even less. And this is Croatia, right?
Yes.
Even less in the midfield than they were in the first half.
Yeah, in that central part. And
But certainly in the wings.
Yeah. And for what? It hasn't really come off. It's not like they had an abundance of shots and just couldn't convert it. It was all wild shots off target, nothing that meaningful. At some point, if you're the manager or even the players out there, you make that in-game adjustment a little bit, and you think, we got to try something else. If even if this wings still are your primary strategy, keep the defenders honest. Force something inside so they have to think about it and go, oh, I do need to shade a little inside, and then that opens back your primary option A on the wings, I would think. At least.
I agree with you, Sevi. It's a bit obstinate. They felt like this is their game plan. They know where the weaknesses they think is of the Denmark team, so they're just going to keep playing on the wings, and they're not going to adjust. And to me, that concerns me about the team, because I thought this was more of a free-flowing. Everyone talked about how much more of a free-flowing soccer team it was, but seeing here, it doesn't seem like it is. They're very rigid to what they think is going to work in this match against Denmark.
Well, extra time getting underway here, so. Let's rejoin. We don't want to miss something thrilling. That would be our luck as we talk.
Don't worry. And it's been the same as the last 80 minutes.
All right,
Maybe we'll get 2 clumsy goals back to back again.
Maybe.
Walter says, who's going to choke during penalty kicks?
Modric.
I say Croatia.
I think the pressure would be on them.
Oh.
But I still think that they have 5.
Lovren will choke.
Oh.
Lovren will
He's
choke.
not going to take a penalty. You think you let Lovren take a penalty?
If they go far enough down, they have to. What's going on here?
Oh, some guy got hit in the face?
Solskjaer says, Mini Welshard into the English, but I'm rooting for him. He spent 3 years at uni in Liverpool.
Right on. Oh, at Liverpool, nice. So why are you Solskjaer?
He's all right. He said something earlier about that.
Oh.
He says, I was supporting Liverpool till he scored that stunner, and I'm a Man United fan here. So you were a Liverpool fan, and then 99, and you switched?
How are you? Yeah,
I don't
know about that.
Because they won you bandwagon.
More questions than answers at this point,
Yeah.
Solskjaer. More questions than answers.
Yeah.
If you switch just as a team as winning championships, you have no credibility in my mind.
I'm a little worried about that.
Yeah.
We might have to check your fan card. AB Hokie says the outlaw can't be stumped. And also says, I've started to hate Real Madrid because of Ramos, and I'm a Tottenham fan.
Oh,
agreed.
So probably big Modric fan, I'm guessing, AB Hokie, right? You gotta.
Well, don't worry. Bale might be coming back to you.
Marcus says, remember the movie Formula 51? Samuel Jackson wears a kilt. That was.
He does.
Big Liverpool fan.
Who's the other person in that film? Robert Carlyle. Come on.
Was it Clive Owen or someone?
Oh.
Ooh. Formula 51?
Yeah.
It was Robert Carlyle. The guy
Was it?
from,
What else was he in?
he was the main guy in The Full Monty. He's Begbie in
Oh, yeah,
there we
Begbie.
go. Begbie.
Begbie.
That guy.
That was a great character.
Oh my
Begbie.
gosh.
Yeah.
The sequel was good too. I don't know if you guys
Oh,
saw
I
it.
didn't see that.
It's good.
Is it good?
It was good.
All right, yeah.
I was so surprised that he captured it again
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
20 years later.
Yeah, I was worried it was like
Yeah.
a money grab.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like-
that was a great movie.
Knudsen.
AB Hokie says, yours hero, Roka. He says, give him 5.
Who?
AB Hokie? Ab Hokie? Ab Hokie
Oh.
one? Is that,
There you go.
Is that your 5er?
That's our new, we're the 5 horsemen now.
Oh,
our
that's
new
what you're
thing.
saying.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if you know about this. We do a little movie trivia competition, and everyone is like has WWE type personalities. So
Oh.
that's one of the things. So mine is the outlaw, and I wear like a cowboy hat.
Oh, cool. Right on.
Yeah.
Oh, Terry, you're killing it. Last time 2 teams went out on penalties in the World Cup was 86.
Ah,
Brazil and Mexico went out on June 21st in the quarterfinals.
on the same
wow.
day. Interesting.
All right, here's a
Nice.
obscure trivia question. Can you name the teams that knocked out Brazil and Mexico on that day
Yeah.
on penalties? Quarterfinals, 86 World Cup.
86.
I think.
So
was
think about it.
Is
It had to
Italy?
be 2 teams that were in the semifinals.
That was
Yeah.
in the Mexico game. Mexico,
Yeah.
86, right?
Yes.
Germany?
There's one.
Argentina?
Germany, Mexico.
No.
Italy?
You're triangulating it. You're getting close.
So it's European team.
Who beat Brazil?
Was it Spain?
It was France.
France. Oh, here we go.
This is it. This is your moment of your Denmark. Back post.
Dude! Come on.
Oh, what are you waiting for? That was
my
so
God.
tame. Look at this track back. I love that.
Oh.
Go down. Go down.
Oh.
Go down. You have to go down if you're Denmark.
Oh, man.
He dove in and didn't get the ball. You fall to the floor.
Oh, man.
Don't be a hero.
Oh, he used that elbow.
Right? You tell me.
Yeah, that could have been.
That goes. You know that goes to VAR, but
Yeah. Well, my boy pretending covering. Lovren's smart. Covering his stones, just in case.
man,
Yeah, kids, always do that.
Always cover your stones.
Tell you, it's not fun.
you learn once.
Cups
you learn
can only
once.
do so much.
Yeah, other Omar on the team did a little meme of me. I'll show it to you. Jerk.
We got some characters.
We do have some characters.
Where do you guys play?
Well,
In
on
Pasadena.
Sunday
Oh,
we play in
nice.
Pasadena. On Friday with Fabio, I play in Santa Monica.
Okay.
So I just love driving all
Oh,
over
here it is
town.
right here. Yeah, there you go.
Is it playing or no?
No, it's
Oh,
just it's just a picture. So he found a Facebook photo of me playing guitar.
That's
And
fantastic.
put it on the
With your guitar face?
Yeah. Also, me getting hit in the Stones face as well.
That's brilliant.
Denmark kind of come alive here a little
Yeah,
bit, right?
yeah. They're certainly putting the pressure on them.
No more love and romance.
Oh.
There.
Oh.
Man, the crosses they're there, just not in a place that they can do anything with them.
Well, at least Denmark can put 2 or 3 passes together, unlike Russia.
True.
Oh, who's this guy?
Okay. Is that Kramaric, I think?
Number 9.
Yeah.
Oh.
Kramaric.
Coming off for Perisic, I believe. Yeah.
Yep.
Kramaric is not bad. He lost his spot to Rebic when he scored that stunner against off the Caballero mistake. Which I still love that he went for the full volley when he had zero need to.
Yeah, that
They
was
brought it down.
pretty G.
Just like, nah.
Yeah, he's like, let me just handle this
it a
right
shot.
quick.
I feel like that's maybe one you try when the goalkeeper gives you a freebie like that.
Yeah.
But if it had come in the run of play, you
Yeah.
know your teammates are pissed. if you
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like a training ground move.
Right.
Yeah, that's
I mean, that's
I was surprised, like, damn.
Croatia's got to get the ball back, right?
What's funny? Denmark is playing the way Croatia
Yeah.
should be playing right now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Interesting. I wonder if Croatia's getting tired.
Yeah.
Like, is that
Maybe, I don't know.
they don't seem too bothered to pressure and try and win the ball back.
I mean, they are 3 games in, you know. Now they're playing extra time in their 4th game, so it's you got to think that, you know, your stamina is. I mean,
they
rested. Yeah, I was going to say there's like 7 people they rested in that last game, including Lovren.
So we know he's ready to go. Michael Crondelli, he's been in Denmark forever, right?
Yeah.
God, he's one of those, like Nicholas Bentner. I'm surprised we didn't see him out here.
Bentner would be interesting.
Michael Crondelli, he's been a stalwart for Denmark. Look at him, you can see.
Look at him.
Yeah.
It's like a Dax McCarty. This guy.
He looks pretty Danish. Look at that guy. It's like, this is how Danish people look.
That's good.
Croatia look a little bit in trouble. Like, no, I don't know what the answer is, but maybe you try and press. But that's not something they really do, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they should try going down the middle. They haven't done that yet, really.
Ooh. And here's the question.
Oh, hit it.
Oh! Dang.
I love that little Croat.
All right. I see you, Denmark.
That was clever.
That was.
Question now you have to start thinking about it in the back of your mind. Who's the better goalie?
I mean,
you know, Schmeichel's got the name, but who's the better goalie?
I'd say it's pretty close.
I think it's even. I think when you get down to penalties, it's like we were talking about earlier. It's a gambling. You guess. You know. You know. So.
Yeah, but some keepers are good at that. Some are better than others at penalties for some reason.
Howard was always good at them.
No.
Till the tail end.
Look at that. What kind of pass was that? That's not Croatia passing. That's not best midfield in the tournament passing. I feel foolish. Hey, Croatia made a fool out of me.
Can I say it again?
You can say it.
Inflated.
Inflation. Inflation.
Inflated.
Normally a bad thing. Like that is what is that? Wow.
I think they just don't have any. They don't have any creativity right now. They're in a lull right now.
They're all out of ideas.
Yep. And this is what the Danes do. They suffocate you. You know, if you look past them, they suffocate you.
Oh man, I tell you what though, if it happens to be Denmark Russia, I think I might skip that game.
I think I think that day is my sleep catch-up day a little bit.
Yeah. Sorry. But
Yeah. No, Russia absolutely.
But wouldn't that just set up for Russia?
Yep, they would.
Oh, did he kicked that guy in the head? Kind of no. Oh.
I mean, other than Spain, right now Russia has got to be saying like, we basically handpicked our opponents. We got Saudi Arabia, Egypt.
Yeah.
Fine, you can live with a big team, Uruguay in your group because it's a group. Spain, okay, they maybe not have picked that, but boy, Spain weren't that good.
Yeah.
And then if they face a Denmark, is this happening?
Yeah.
Beat Ireland to be here like in a playoff? No disrespect to the Danes, but
damn.
but yeah. Major disrespect to the Danes, actually.
I was just going to say.
But I am definitely disrespecting you, yes.
I will admit it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they can't seem to find a way through. And look at the Danes seem like they have more players on the field.
It doesn't seem like Croatia's even trying right now to.
You're right. They might be playing to penalties.
Maybe they're satisfied. Maybe they go, we gave it all we got.
Maybe.
We figure Modric and Rakitic and those guys will bury it. And other than Eriksson,
I'll tell you. I mean, that's that's a risky gamble. You know, you never know.
I think it's always a dangerous philosophy.
There we go.
Oh,
let it go out for a corner.
Oh,
but there's no one there.
Yeah.
There's no one there. Both of you are right there. What?
What's going on?
No, one of them was offside.
Was he?
Now, if by some miracle the Danes pull Greece and get all the way to the final, pull a Greece.
Wow.
I don't know.
If that happens, then I will gladly stand in the wall and not hold my stones.
You want to go out on a limb? You know, a friend of mine lost a bet about bleaching his hair if Korea beat Germany. I was telling him he's Korean, and I said, you know, I think Fox even said Korea eliminated from the World Cup after Game 2, and I said that's not true.
Yeah.
If they beat Germany by a couple goals, and Mexico beat Sweden, you guys are getting through. And he goes, I'll bleach my hair if that happens. So he in a couple months he's gonna have to pay that bet. I don't forget those types of things.
I'm surprised he hasn't done it yet.
He's going to look like a K-pop star.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
Wait, he's Korean himself?
he's just, you know.
He didn't believe in his team?
No, he's an ultimate realist. So he said, come on, it's not, you know, he didn't want to get all fired up when I was trying to give him some hope, you know?
Right.
To be honest, I didn't really think it was going to happen either. But,
I don't think anybody did.
but when he put that out there, I
Yeah.
kept my mouth shut until.
Well, who thought South Korea was going to be Portugal when we went through in '94 or '90? What was it? What year was that?
Yeah, the Koreans bailed us out.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah. We got destroyed by Poland.
Yeah.
That Portugal game will always be like in my maybe top 3 of American performances.
Did you like also the last World Cup Portugal game as well? U.S. Portugal.
I did if we had won it. I
We
thought
should have.
we
Yeah.
should have won it, exactly. The Germany game, too,
Oh,
I thought
oh.
we had enough to win that game.
Ooh, damn. That was kind of tricky right there.
Terry says Crone Deli's been a regular on the national team since 2006.
Damn.
This is 59th appearance, 6 goals.
12 years of service, my God. That's like DeMarcus Beasley levels.
Ageless wonder.
Right.
Aged wonder.
There's another guy. We should recruit him for the donkey. He lives down here.
Does he? If he's, I'm sure he can still
Hey,
run.
Beasley, do you like whiskey and balling?
Yeah.
Come on down.
Oh,
Finish.
oh, there it is.
We're getting excited at half chances now. This is sad. This is sad. We've been resorting to.
Well, I mean, the day of football today hasn't been the most exciting,
No, of
except
course
for the first 10 minutes of this game.
All right, Modric, now's your time. Here we go. Lovren, a thumping header,
Perfect.
back in the net.
Perfect.
Here it comes. The hero,
Just can feel it.
peak Lovren.
And then he'll give up a handball in the penalty area, right?
We'll worry about that after. Could do it now. Could do it now,
I
too.
could do it now. A hand to God moment or something. Oh, wow, that was bad.
That wasn't a very free kick. Corner kick. A lot of walking. A lot of walking.
I feel like this favors the Danes the longer this goes.
I
Sure,
agree with
right?
you. I agree with you.
Anytime
on
you get to a shootout, if you're the underdog, you're thinking, great.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. See, look, Denmark's happy. They're just waiting for that
Yep.
half-time, extra time, half-time.
Yeah, look, he's
whistle.
like, chill out. We got this.
Ah,
Oh, who's
Here
this
we
guy?
go.
This gentleman is Pione Sisto. Oh, yeah, he was dropped.
yeah.
He's supposed to be decent. Supposed to be.
I wonder if he'll be the one that scores.
This has got penalties written all over it.
Yep.
There's no. Look at this. What it,
Oh, man. That was a really bad mistake right there.
I feel like for anyone that was trying to make the argument that
Oh,
the left side of the bracket was
Hit it, Modric.
somehow not
Ah.
superior to this, I think yesterday
Hit
and
it.
today completely put that to bed, right?
Yeah.
You saw the team, the 2 games yesterday and the 2 games today, night and day.
You got to call it at this point, right?
Yeah.
Halftime with a.
Yeah. What? Modric doesn't even know what to do now.
Yeah.
I mean, we both agree he was player of the tournament this far, but
Yeah.
today he
There it is.
just a little too anonymous.
He
for
knows
me,
it
right?
too. Look at him. He's getting bottled up.
Yeah, hunched over. He's getting tired.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. When you're the favorite, and you're expending a lot of effort to try and chase the game, and you can't get that goal, it can mess with you. Obviously, messes with you physically, but also mentally. So
that's why it's
that
tough.
combo.
Yeah, you're right. It's tough to be the favorite sometimes because you know you have that pressure
Yep.
of you're supposed to win, you know, and you have the target on your back. So
Right.
it's a
So
lot.
you chase the game harder.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to play when you have really nothing to lose here.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And look at Schmeichel. Schmeichel's
He's
excited coming
fired
off
up.
the
Yeah,
field.
he's stoked about this.
And honestly, that's the only thing I'm kind of worried about with Mexico. It's like, what do they have to lose? Everyone expects them to lose.
That's
They
true.
beat Germany.
So, I mean-
if you just don't get demolished by Brazil, then you've acquitted yourself. this World
exactly.
Cup.
So
Like,
exactly.
and
So
they can say, hey, well, you ran into Brazil and
Yeah.
you played them tight and you made them work.
Yeah.
And, I
So-
mean, God help them if they get a result. Just,
Yeah. It's a moral victory. Something more than a moral victory would be great
Oh,
for
yeah.
them, man.
What would that do for Brazil to lose?
That wouldn't be very good.
Times would be. I mean,
especially coming off what happened 4 years ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, what was it? It was like Fox Sports Brazil.
Yeah,
or someone
I mean,
was really,
the
really going after
Yeah.
the Germans after all their tweets. And
Well, you know, it's funny.
yeah.
It's easy to get reminded of losing the way you did, but you also made it to the semifinals of the World Cup too,
Right.
which is not an easy task.
Sure.
You know, that's another thing that a lot of people forget. But
Yeah.
I mean, just in the manner in which they lost that game, it was a little. It was very demoralizing.
Yeah. I couldn't. I remember watching that game, just going, "What?"
Yeah.
I turned it off because I'm like, I can't watch this anymore. It's just like you literally saw people who's like, they had no soul after that.
Yeah, that
You
was
know?
that was a Shang Tsung soul-stealing move right there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hunter Jasper says, "Who do you guys want to win this whole thing now?
The whole thing, or just this game?
The whole thing."
The whole frickin' thing.
Again, if you want me to remind you.
I think Omar has been spoken for. Now that Argentina's out, he found that Brazil jersey and threw it on and just bought it on the way over here this morning.
That made the soccer guy open the store early. I know, I have to be there at 10. Can you open at 9:45?
John, who do you want? Who do you want?
I want England, but I think it'll be France. I just do. The talent is just undeniable.
Yeah, I think whoever wins that side of the
Yeah? We'll take this
will
thing.
end up winning the World Cup, I
Yeah.
think. I mean, France has a very quality team as well. But, you know, again, we saw them play Denmark, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and that was a scoreless draw.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
They can contain. That's the thing about the Danes, man. That defense is sometimes, as infuriating as it is for us who love free-flowing soccer,
yeah.
you know.
If it works, it works.
Yep.
I think I'd like to see Mexico or England. England would be cool. And I guess maybe if not, then I picked Brazil. I don't know if that's the same as saying I want them to win.
Yeah.
I like a lot of their players. But I like to see good teams win. Like I like to see vindication for like good
Yeah.
players. I want to see good players play well and win.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here we go. Speaking of which,
I mean, I'd love to see Coutinho with a World Cup championship. That would be fun, too.
curl
Hit
it in.
it. Hit it.
Hit it.
Hit it.
Hit it.
Oh.
Still on.
Wow, what are
Oh
you
my
doing,
God,
dude?
That was the worst layoff I've seen.
Yeah, they're getting tired, man.
You think that's what that is? Just
Yeah.
fatigue,
Maybe. Oh.
bad touches?
Not this guy, but
Not-
yeah,
oh,
this
yeah.
guy else.
Yeah,
Oh.
there you go. Go right at
There
it.
it is.
Great
Nice
ball.
pass.
Not enough pace to beat him, though, is there?
Oh,
Oh,
what are you
man.
doing, man? Just dropping it off and hoping, that's not enough.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you got to know what you're doing there.
At that point, just bring the ball back and kind of figure it out. But yeah, you're not going to get anything by just doing that.
Sisto plays for Celta de Vigo,
Oof. Okay.
born in Uganda.
Yeah, he doesn't look naturally Danish. I don't think he was born. Unless his parents moved there. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's like the Latino guy that was playing for France yesterday. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, and there was a Fernandez,
Yeah.
a Russian.
For
too.
Russian,
Yeah, the Russian
Yeah, I was
Fernandez.
like, that doesn't really sound like a Russian last name to me, but cool.
It's a brand new Russia.
That's right.
Putin's very welcoming. He loves foreigners, loves freedom, and
Yeah.
all those good things. Hunter, Jasper, tell us who you want to win. I want to hear who other people
yeah.
are rooting for. Especially when I go back then and can read some of your comments and
Oh,
pick
great.
up
Oh.
on the bias.
Cut inside, cut inside.
Go. Oh, there you go,
nice
there you go.
spin. Okay.
Oh.
Oh!
All right, I see you.
Did he touch that? Is it a corner?
Well, you know what? Since this guy's gone into the game, he's kind of already.
It was a spark plug.
Yeah, exactly.
No touch. Okay.
Solskjaer99 says that Russian Key West humidity is blunting the player's stamina too.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's another good point too. Yeah, a lot of humidity.
I haven't seen the bugs this game. Have you guys seen the?
Oh, Mandzukic is coming out. All right.
I think he's just absolutely gassed.
Yeah,
right?
there's nothing less. But it's weird. You're taking out one of your point guys for penalties, right ahead of penalties.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Solskjaer also says would be amazing if Japan actually did a Greece. You know,
Japan.
I think there's too many teams in the way, but I feel like Japan has the game plan to execute. You know what I mean? Where they're all like you saw that offside trap where they did, where everyone was in perfect unison.
Yeah.
Like whatever they do, they will collectively do all on the same way. Like it's
They're
very
organized.
harmonious.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
They're organized. Yeah.
But boy, you gotta win. You're gonna have to go through some games. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not getting.
Who are
any
they playing? They're
lucky
playing,
Belgium. then the winner of Mexico, Brazil, and then Argentina, excuse me, France or
I mean,
Uruguay.
Belgium looks strong too.
If Japan did it, they earned it. They earned it. No luck of the draw there.
Yeah. But they've shown a resilience that I haven't seen in Japanese teams before. You know, when they were down to, was it Nigeria twice or whoever it was? Or Senegal, rather? They came back both times.
Yeah.
Yes. Was it Cameroon? Who was they playing? Who were they playing? I think it was Nigeria.
Well, which tournament?
No, this tournament.
They're against Senegal. They're down.
Yeah, Senegal. That's right. They came back twice.
Yeah.
So
that was crazy about Senegal, though. How they
the fair play thing.
Yeah. I've got feelings. Hunter says he wanted Portugal or Brazil, but he will agree with Roca. Go 5 horsemen.
There it is. There it is. Portugal. Well, no.
Yeah.
Could be Brazil. As someone Portuguese speaking, they're still around.
True.
Great ball. Ooh.
I always have a battle with my family about that. Because they don't understand why I don't cheer for Brazil. And I go, because they speak Portuguese, they don't speak Spanish. They're in the South American continent, is their argument, but I'm like, yeah, but they speak Portuguese, they don't speak Spanish.
But even still,
that matters.
What's your guys' take on like cheering for your rivals? I mean, we talked a little bit about yesterday about Donovan in Mexico and all that.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I don't like it either.
I don't buy the whole, well, it makes us, like, our conference look stronger. It's like, who cares?
Oh, God, yeah.
Great for our conference.
Yeah.
Let me go wave the banner of our conference that I have. You know that CONCACAF poster I have in my room? You know, when I dreamed of a little kid of one day representing any nation in CONCACAF. That's not what...
Yeah.
You know, in a way, too, I feel like with his pedigree, too, with what he's accomplished for the national team, and then I'm like, all right, dude.
I could see, I'd be cool with an Everton jersey or an English jersey, an English national team jersey. I'd be okay with that. But the Mexican jersey drives me
It's
nuts.
like, I will never put on a Real Madrid kit.
Yeah?
I've never been a fan.
That would burn.
Right.
Exactly. It's like, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
You got to beat someone before you play in a cross. I don't... Call me old-fashioned.
But look at that middle. Like, nobody's coming towards the ball.
Exactly.
No one's checking.
Nope. They're just all sitting, waiting.
That's...
I mean, this is pretty uninspired.
Modric doesn't even look like Modric anymore.
Nope.
Terry says we're getting MyUndies ads on our computer, and she didn't even type it in. So
What?
The Russians may not be playing this game, but they're still around. They're always around. They know.
I know. Welcome to the world, man. It's they hear you. They hear everything.
We talked about MyUndies, and now we're getting ads for it.
My friend had that at his house, closed computer conversation with his friend about a certain type of beer brand, and none of the main ones. And the next day, he was getting ads on Facebook about
Dude, that's
beer.
creepy.
He was freaking out about it.
That's so creepy.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. Uruguay also getting some love in the comments for team to support.
I mean, they looked pretty strong.
They're easy to get behind, too.
Yes.
Like the way they play.
Yeah, they looked pretty strong.
It's kind of fun to watch. They go for everything. They play hard. They'll attack hard. They'll defend hard. I understand Suarez definitely polarizing. I think most of the other players. I like it. I understand why people don't like him. But I think everyone else is.
Yeah, it's been 3 years. He hasn't been anybody in 3 years, man. It's a good thing. We got to support people.
It's now been,
you know, his sobriety has lasted 3 years. I think that's a positive thing.
Sure. His biting addiction. He's on the mend.
His biting
finally.
addiction. That's right.
He's moved on.
Yeah.
He's recovering.
What do you guys, water or somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay,
Right
cool.
there.
Yeah. He's moved on from the biting
He's
addiction.
moved on.
Yeah.
People need to let him live his life.
He's grown up now. He's like 30, so he's
Yeah.
finally outgrown the biting stuff.
He's paid his dues.
Throwing for Denmark. This is your chance.
Oh,
Hit it.
Oh.
Just didn't fall for him.
Yeah.
Almost fell first time for him, but just not.
Yeah. I'm smelling penalties here.
Yeah. Both teams now like playing for penalties.
Yeah. This guy is losing his mind.
Penalties are the most enjoyable thing to watch as a neutral, but when your team is in it,
Oh God.
the absolute
Oh,
worst.
it's
Oh,
so
yeah.
nerve-wracking. I hate it.
Do you like taking them? You always take penalties, right?
I hate taking them, but I will.
Like if you have to.
Yeah.
I like taking them, but only if I like to be the last shooter.
Yeah.
Because I get so nervous anyway that I'm like, I might as well just do it last when the pressure's on because I'm gonna
Yeah.
be nervous either way.
Yeah. Okay.
So like I'd rather have someone else like get to go earlier and then just I don't know. And then sometimes you don't have to go at all, and that's even
That's
better.
also really cool.
Yeah, I was ready to go, but we won already, so.
I picked out where I was going to put the ball and everything.
Yeah.
Right. He's lucky I didn't go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, go,
one,
go,
one
go.
more break.
Oh!
Oh!
Penalty! Penalty!
Oh!
How is that not
That's a red
penalty?
card. That's a red card.
Oh, God.
He should have put it in though.
Schmeichel can
I don't know why he waited.
I mean,
Schmeichel can say whatever
you
the
can't,
fuck
yeah,
he
you
wants.
can't
This
argue
is
that.
if he misses though. This is Suarez against Ghana. Remember?
There's no way you can argue that, Schmeichel.
Schmeichel's just trying to keep him from getting a red. I think.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Are we on a delay?
A slight delay. The stream is. We are not. We're seeing it live.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that has to be a
That's a goal scoring
yeah, it
opportunity.
has
Right
to be
here,
a red
why-
card. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you took
That's-
him out from
that's-
behind.
I mean, that's as clear a red as you can get.
yeah.
I like the red, but
Unfortunately,
still
you
tried
know.
to shoot.
What's there to review?
What's there to argue here? There's nothing to argue.
Yellow.
What?
Yellow!
How is that not a red card?
What the
I don't know what a
hell?
red card is then.
That was a clear goal scoring opportunity. The ball was in front of him, and not even in front of him by 3 or 4 feet, where you could say it was only a yellow. That was legitimate. He was one touch away
From
putting that in the
behind.
net.
Yeah, from
Open-
behind
open
too.
net.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is that not a red
didn't
card?
touch ball. That's a cop out by the referee.
Yep. I'm confused how Schmeichel. I feel like Schmeichel should have done a better job on that. That is not going to do anything.
Yeah.
He didn't even have to make him go way out of
Yeah.
his path to go around him.
Yeah. How is that not a red card?
I mean, he goes right through him.
Maybe the ref felt like he was going for the ball, even though he hit his feet.
But I don't understand this. I think at that point you just shut up and go back to the
Yeah.
goal. There's nothing to argue about
preparing.
that. There's nothing to argue about that.
All right, Croatia. Complete lifeline.
Well,
Oh, man.
They're pretty evenly matched,
All
to be
right.
honest.
we said it was going to penalties. This
right.
kind of counts.
All right, so Modric usually
All right,
goes low
which
left.
way you think I think he goes right.
I think he goes with his best penalty. He goes low left hard.
This will make Schmeichel
Bullet.
a legend if he blocks this.
Oh
thing.
my
Oh,
God.
imagine the pressure on him right now.
Then it wouldn't be his dad's reputation to be his now, you know.
True.
And here we go.
Oh!
He saved it.
Oh,
All right.
there's his dad.
Oh
All
my
right.
God.
Go ahead.
That's my boy.
Modric, take your best penalty.
Luka.
Don't go right, go left.
All right. All right. I told you he was
terrible.
going right.
That was terrible.
Oh.
I think he suckered him in. Schmeichel did too by moving to the right like
Yeah.
that. Oh, he
Well,
kind
no,
of came
he-
off his line.
Ah,
too.
they-
Yeah,
all
he
do.
guessed.
They all
Yeah,
do.
he guessed he was going that way. Oh, wow. Great job, Schmeichel.
Kasper Schmeichel, you are now a Danish hero for
Yeah.
your own reasons and not
Yeah,
because of the last name on your jersey.
Yeah.
That was pretty stunning.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I think I like him in a shootout now as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know. That's got to be a lot of confidence going into
if
to
Croatia,
penalties
if
here.
it goes to a shootout, you have to let Modric take another one, right?
you
Yeah.
gotta have to,
But how do you?
which would be vindication.
But I
him
mean,
at
Man.
least.
Oh, that's really deflating for Croatia right now. I
Wow.
gotta say.
that was stunning.
Yeah.
Wow, that wasn't even that great of a penalty.
Nope.
But that's one.
See, that's what I'm saying. Why that should have been a red card. Now you're playing the next 5 minutes, a man down.
Yeah,
you know,
you
Good
should
point.
have. You should have.
because I
Good
mean
point.
that was a
And it would have been a worthy
that was a
red
guaranteed
card.
goal. That was
Oh,
a
yeah.
guaranteed goal.
I can't believe that.
I can't believe that wasn't a red card either. That's ridiculous.
Wow. He saved an open net goal.
Yeah.
What a legend.
That guy's a legend too.
Yeah, the defender. Yeah, for. Yeah.
Wow. I can't believe that just happened.
Uh-huh.
That was Suarez against Ghana right there.
Yeah.
But you do. I mean, you do it. We'd all do it, right?
Yeah.
You have to do it.
You have to do it. I mean,
In
I would
that
do it. I would.
circumstance,
You
it
take
doesn't matter
the
if you
red
get a
card.
red. You take a red card.
Because exactly what just happened.
Yeah.
He didn't end up scoring. So
Yeah. Yeah, they just look more confident. The Danes do.
Solskjaer says, Big Dane Jr. EPL winner. Sure. I mean, yeah, with Leicester. But
Oh, that's right, with Leicester. That's
I mean, it wasn't like he was the goalkeeper of the season, though.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I still feel like he was, even winning that, was still been in his dad's shadow. I feel like this,
Mm-hmm.
especially for the national team now,
Yeah, that was
starts to write
huge
his
for
own
him.
story a little bit.
that was
right?
huge for him.
God, it would be such a dagger if someone scored now.
I know.
Play it over the top. Oh, no Mandzukic.
See?
Yep.
Oh, referee.
They're all
I'm in shock. I don't.
I mean, I was like, that's a guarantee.
Modric. With the one player you maybe maybe Kane is the only one to say take it.
Oh,
Tame. Terry's worried about her Reese's Pieces getting melted over there.
There's a Reese's Pieces where?
We've got
Over there?
Oh,
the
the
mini
cups.
Reese's.
Oh, the mini Reese's. Yeah.
There will be pieces if they melt. I can't believe Modric missed that.
I know.
The only player I would say, Harry Kane, is I'd rather have taken a penalty right now than Luka Modric. And he did that.
Go.
Still
Go.
1 minute left. Now's not the
Hey.
time to be cautious.
Yeah, exactly. You got to go now. You got probably 2 minutes left. Go at him. There you go, bud. There you go.
Yeah. Look
Cramrich,
at it.
Cramrich.
It's like
Curl
20
one.
Oh,
No, that was a little ambitious.
it's like 25 people in the box. It's man, they're just such a disciplined defensive team.
If this goes to a shootout, then is it better to have the momentum that Schmeichel does, or when you just look at the odds and say, look, you've already made one save. How many more could you make out of 5?
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
You got a little bit of fortune on that one.
Yeah.
Is it harder than?
But you have the
you
mental
got to
edge.
say that Denmark definitely has the advantage here going into the penalties. I mean,
You have the mental edge at least.
exactly.
It'd be interesting to have the Danish sneak a goal here just before.
That would be cruel.
Yeah.
Right.
That would be cruel.
Even if the Croatians win this game in penalties, it still exposes them.
The real winner is Russia. They
Yeah.
look at this match and go,
Yeah.
great, this is great.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid all it means is they're going to be playing exactly the way they
Yep.
played today.
Yep.
They're gonna, you know, we beat them. Just park the bus a little bit
Yeah.
and maybe get them on the break because
Yeah.
both these teams.
Well,
Susceptible
I'll say it again. Inflated.
There it is.
Inflated.
All right.
I don't know what this number 1 talk is.
All right, you tell me what team is underrated then. Who isn't getting enough love that should?
I think Uruguay.
Yeah.
I think they're way more
boy.
dangerous than they. Oh, see, now they're playing for penalties here. They don't even give a.
Shoot the cross in, man, just in case.
Oh.
Now you blow the whistle. At least you do the cross one.
Terry with a great
there we go.
Here we go.
with a great stat. She could fact check herself, but she says Schmeichel only allowed 1 goal, 13 shots faced, 12 saves.
Wow.
Is this maybe our goalkeeper of the tournament this far?
So far, yeah, I would say that's a good argument.
Him and maybe Ochoa. I mean, it's hard to say. It's hard to say when you get 3 goals scored on you, but I don't think
Yeah.
Right.
any of those are really his fault.
No, I mean what they've been able to do, that defense and that and him as a goalkeeper, just shutting down teams the way they have.
All right, who are your penalty kick takers for Croatia? I'm not even going to ask about Denmark
Well,
because
not Mandzukic, that's for sure.
I mean, Modric
Yes.
1, Rakitic 2.
Rakitic, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely Rakitic.
I guess he's still on. Maybe
Who do you bring?
Rebic.
Who do you bring on in
Perisic?
place of Mandzukic?
He brought on
That's where I think would go.
Badel, I think was the direct sub.
Okay.
Kramaric maybe. Oh yeah, Perisic came off for Kramaric. So maybe Modric, Rakitic, maybe Rebic, Kramaric. I don't know about the.
Where do you put?
I don't know.
5 inches. Where do you put?
yeah.
Where do you
I
put?
was going to say, someone with the last name Itch will
Somebody.
be taking the PK.
Vida. There you go. Vida.
The question is, where do you put Luka in the order? Do you let him go first? To
I say go
establish his
first.
confidence?
Yeah, I say let him go first.
First or last, you don't hide him in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say you just say, hey, go, get back on the.
I agree.
If
with
he's
that.
as good as we say, this
Yeah.
game aside,
Yeah.
you know, if he
Yeah.
really is that big time player,
Yeah.
where people are saying he's the key to Real Madrid, he's the most important player.
Yeah.
knows
Yeah.
If he
Yeah.
really is that, then he steps up and he makes his first penalty, or you save him for the last and you say,
Yeah.
all right, your country depends
Yeah.
on you completely.
Yeah.
Go, you know,
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Damn it, Walter.
is he giving you a hard time?
No, you gave me one of these. Here, Wally. For you.
Oh, here it is.
Walter says, does Modric shoot the same? Like, does he take the same shot?
Well, that's interesting.
Do you change, or you've already
If
picked
it
your
was
hand?
me, I say you go the same way.
But you go postage stamp.
But that was a terrible. I mean, like, had he hit it a little further, like to the corner, I think he could have scored that. So
that was one where if the keeper gets it the wrong way, they say, "Oh, he sent the keeper the wrong way."
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think we saw from the graphic earlier. His first or most prevalent shot that he takes is lower left, not right. That's why I was saying, take your best shot.
Yeah.
Like, this is the time to use your best stuff. I think he goes to that. If right was his best shot, then I say do it again. But, but boy, I wouldn't want to be Modric now. I wouldn't want to be thinking about that.
But you know he is.
Yeah.
I would be. I mean,
Depends what kind of player he is. Is he a player that goes, all right, I'm angry now, I'm going to shove this ball in the net?
Yeah.
Which some players do, or is he going to be a guy who gets unsettled?
It's about being mentally tough at this point, you know? It's just having confidence in your ability to put it away, because you have to now. It's like, this is it.
Afi Cola says, hey, is that John Roca from Collider?
It is. Hi.
We're holding him hostage here. Tell everyone, read the note that we told you to read. You're very well, they're treating you
This is the
well.
best prison I've ever been in. They let me watch all the World Cup games.
I think the prisons in South America do that, right? They let,
Probably. I would imagine so.
oh, shit, if you're a prison guard, like that's the best way to keep everyone quiet for a couple hours.
Right.
Buy some time of.
Well, I was grabbing breakfast at Patty's after the game yesterday, and they had the World Cup up on all their television, so people were watching in a breakfast place like that.
Yeah.
Because they know their staff's into it.
Yeah.
Totally.
They know who's making the food. It's Latinos, and they want to watch the matches.
Of course.
Oh, hell yeah. What was funny, was it last Thursday or Friday when Mexico played Sweden?
Yeah.
My girlfriend didn't have to go to work because I guess there was a power outage in her building. I was like, I
Probably
know
on
exactly
purpose.
what happened.
Yeah.
I know exactly what happened.
That's what Travis, who works here, says after the Mexico beat Germany. He's like, I can't go home right now because Panorama City, everyone's on the streets. It's like a traffic alert. Like I just have to wait this out.
That's true. That's cool. Respect between the goalkeepers.
2 shootouts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah.
Penalties are the worst.
It's the worst. Is there any other way? Is there a better way to decide?
I've
thought about it. I don't know.
I don't think so. You have to decide the game.
Not without affecting the tournament.
Yeah,
Because you wear these players out. If you keep going overtime and overtime and overtime.
I think
It's like Tennessee when you see marathons, and then it's just like the next match.
Yeah.
You just lose anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Eriksson leading off. That's pretty bold.
Yeah.
I think if you're Denmark and you have maybe less stars, and I don't know about the quality. Maybe they have great penalty kick takers. I don't know about, but I think you got to front load because you might not get to the 5th shot if you try to save. Right?
It's a good
True.
point. Yeah.
True.
Where's he putting this one, Omar?
I think he goes right. For me, I like, because I'm lefty, I like to go left just because instead of the ball going across, it's going out, which might be a little. I mean, but it depends. I mean, I've gone the other way too and had success with it. But I think the best penalty kicks are just low and hard. I don't think there's a stop for that.
It.
Just bury it, put it low and hard, and I don't think it.
Don't risk sailing it over.
Exactly.
He's not even looking up at the net.
Yeah.
Nope. You don't want the goalie to intimidate you.
I think he goes left mid-height very hard.
Oh!
He was trying to.
Yep.
Wow.
Okay.
Poor Eriksson.
Are we going to see a bunch of penalty misses
I think
here?
I called that. That was left mid-height. It was pretty hard. Just
exactly what you
keep
don't
your
want
guess.
to do. Put it mid-height.
Mid-height.
Exactly what you don't want to do.
I wasn't recommending it. I was just saying based on the way.
Because then you give keeper a chance,
Yeah. You got to put it high or low.
Yeah. Yeah.
If your best player doesn't score, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
All right, Schmeichel. No.
Well,
Congrats on saving the 90th minute extra time penalty. Just maybe one more, please. Would be great. You would be a legend now.
I think this guy goes right.
Oh! How's this possible?
What was that?
All right.
If you go up the middle, you have to go slow. If you go too fast, his feet are still there. What was that?
Okay, so we know that Croatia and Denmark aren't the greatest of penalty kick
move-
takers.
Yeah. Man, that dance on the line is working for him. That's my boy.
Yeah. Wow.
Man of the match.
Yeah.
So far.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Gotta
so far. If the Danes pull this out. Hell, even if they don't, I imagine, because they wouldn't even be in this.
You know what I said? It's fun for neutral. I changed my mind. Even now, I'm getting nervous. I have no dog in this fight, and I'm still sweating.
Exactly.
A little bit.
Yeah, I feel the same way too.
It's just because you know how bad it feels.
Oh
to, like,
God, it's the worst.
Tears, man, tears. This guy's long, man. That's what makes it difficult.
Low and hard. Low and hard.
Yeah.
I think he goes right.
Oh!
That was there you go.
Dang.
If you're gonna put
No
it
one's
up,
stopping that.
No one's stopping that one. That's,
I'm a fan of the postage stamps goals in the corner, top corner.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of skill.
yeah. Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
That almost sailed over.
Yeah.
Best penalty I saw was Chile last World Cup. A guy named Aranguiz. He just put an absolute bullet.
Yeah.
Terry, see if you can find that one.
Yeah.
Penalty against who?
Bullet
was it?
too. They
Somalia.
work. Just hit it as hard as you can and hope it goes in.
Just where you just go like literally just inch perfect in the corner. And
Yeah.
you go, wow.
Yeah.
Then you want to give yourself a foot of
Right.
leeway.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
no.
Did he stop? He's
I'm
gonna
saying
make him
hesitated,
retake it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
To be
now.
honest, they instituted that rule and now everyone breaks it again.
Yeah.
Like they'll stutter all that.
Is there a VAR thing you can do on this?
No, they call that.
Shit, I would hope so.
Well,
for penalties.
Schmeichel moved early too a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
He's still a moving. He
they
wa- he
both
didn't
were
full
moving.
stop,
So
right. He didn't
that's
go
what I'm
full
saying.
stop.
Like if
Yeah.
if you're gonna move, fine. But if you're gonna say don't move, then both
Yeah.
parties got to be all right.
Here it is. Look at this one.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. That was
You
a.
can't even react to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like hit it as hard as you can in the top corner.
Yeah.
It's rude, is what it is. Thanks, TK.
All right.
That's Sukor, right? Yeah.
He looks like he wants to take one. Crondelli.
Nice.
Oh,
There you go.
Nice and subtle.
Yeah. There you go.
That Sukor and Schmeichel would climb down right now to go at each other.
That was a good penalty. Low.
I'd love to see that.
that'd be
I
great,
would
right?
love to see that. That's the way you decide this. That's fair. Okay. All right.
Oh, here we
One
go.
veteran from one
Yeah.
team.
Hey, so he's taking it in the
Oh
middle.
man, if he misses this,
I don't like this move.
I don't like it either.
Yeah.
I thought he should have went first.
yeah. This is interesting. If he misses here, man, good God. Now, you watch him. You make sure
But
that
I like
hesitates.
but you got to squawk about it. So you might you couldn't win the last argument, but maybe this one.
Yeah.
Left.
Oh, right down Broadway.
Jeez.
Good Lord.
That
Wow.
was close.
That was a gamble by him. He's
Yep.
like
I don't think
because he
looks like he changed his mind.
yeah. Oh,
man.
man, that was
That's
close.
what I mean. If you go down the middle, though, if you
Oh.
go too fast, his legs are still there.
well,
from
that's
his
he
dive.
almost actually had that saved
Yeah,
there. He almost had that saved.
Good Lord.
Look at the pained expression on this guy's face.
He looks like Boromir.
Boromir.
What's his name? The guy who dies in every movie?
Sean
Sean
Bean.
Bean.
Yeah.
He was in your Game of Thrones, as Terry, I believe you like to watch. I'm not a throner.
We host I'm one of the team that hosts the recap show for that show. We've been hosting it for 3 years over at Collider, yeah. There's a lot to go through on that show.
Oh,
Big
Wow.
not a good penalty.
Yeah.
Exactly what you don't want to do is mid-height and not in the corner.
Yep.
You know, that's easy to save.
Walking up, he looked like he didn't have confidence he was going to nail the
Yeah.
goal anyway.
Boromir, jeez.
No wonder you got an arrow to the throat.
save. Yeah, exactly.
One does not simply take a penalty to the mid.
No. Yeah. Is this confidence or is that fear? I don't know what.
I don't
Oh, he
know.
looks confident.
I think he's gonna miss this one.
He's strutting up. Oh, the checker. I can't with the checker. I hate it.
If you're a goalkeeper, though, you got to be saying anything to the striker, doing
Oh,
everything.
sure.
Oh hell yeah, I
Right?
would say stuff.
Of course.
Any kind of advantage you can get, you know.
big one here. Which foot is he going with?
He's
I don't
going
like
left.
that. I don't like that.
Oh my gosh!
All right.
That never
Man
works.
of the match. Man of the match.
Why would you change your run up?
This is insane.
Because he was trying to trick him. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Who is calling right now? Who is no?
I gotta answer this.
I know.
This would be hilarious. Hey, Mom. I'm on live TV right now, so I gotta go. All right, bye.
Ask her who she thinks is going
Oh,
to
hey, who do you think is gonna win, Croatia or Denmark? They're in penalties right now.
I think Croatia.
Croatia? Okay, you heard it from my mother.
There it is.
Croatia. All right, I'll call you back when I'm done here. All right, bye-bye. Anyways.
That's awesome.
And if anyone's mother calls, you have
Yeah,
to take
you
it
have
on
to-
the
you
show.
have to
Those-
answer
Those
it.
are the
It's-
rules.
it's
Those are the
mother,
rules.
yeah.
If he makes it here and Schmeichel, then
Yeah.
he is a legend. There it is. That's the appropriate
This
reaction.
game just won't end, will it?
Oh, whoa.
Oh!
Again, if you go middle, don't go hard.
Yeah.
The keeper is still there.
This is the worst.
All right, this
Who's it? Is Rakitic next? I don't
This is
think
like
he's
the
I think he
worst
is.
penalty.
Lovren. Give us Lovren to win
Yes.
the match.
Oh, God, terrible. Fuck.
Let's all agree to just forget this game ever happened when it's over.
Yeah,
This is
today
not-
has really sucked, huh? Ah, there's my boy.
They go 1-1.
1-1.
Keep
Yeah.
going 1-1.
All right, what do you think? You
I've
think
seen
he
it
seals
go.
the deal?
I've seen it go
Deep.
15 deep
Yeah,
before.
I think he seals the deal here.
he has to.
It's Rakitic.
Big Barcelona
Yeah.
man, number 7.
I think he's sealed.
You can't ask Schmeichel to save 4 penalties in
Yeah.
one match,
Yeah.
can you?
It's true.
We're about to find out here.
This is it. Where's he go? High right.
Ah!
Go left.
I told you.
Omar, your mom. She knows what's
There
up.
it is.
Yeah, Mom
Ask,
knows
hey,
it.
ask her who she likes in the next one. Huh?
Yeah, right?
Wow.
Wow.
I feel so bad for Schmeichel. What,
Yeah.
what
I
more
know.
could the guy do?
Nope.
I
Nope.
know.
If your own teammates won't score goals, there's nothing you can do. You can only do so much.
Well, you can celebrate all you want right now, Croatia, but like I
Yeah.
said,
Yeah.
inflated, dude.
I'm in the same boat. I'm like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't be celebrating this much. I'd
They
be
got-
like, Jesus.
I'd be like, damn, we barely made it through Denmark. So
I have never cried at a soccer game. I just want that.
Not yet.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd cry if the U.S. won. Maybe.
What would you do? What would that?
I would lose my mind. I would just be so happy. Maybe I would cry. Maybe I'd sit back and be like, yeah. But if we won
Yeah.
the whole thing.
yeah,
Not if we got to like
Yeah.
the semis or a knockout run.
yeah.
Like if we won the whole thing.
Joey says the winner of this game was Russia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Absolutely.
They're-
Wow.
They're going to storm through Croatia now.
It's all setting up for Russia. After all is said and done, somehow it happened. I
Well.
don't know how. Questions should have been asked when we saw the draw, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah,
what can you do, man?
I'm
It's
telling
not
you,
over.
man of the match still, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I still- yeah,
I
I
mean,
agree
to
with that.
save 4 penalties in one game, come on now.
Yeah. They better not give that
You
to
know?
Rakitic.
Yeah, there's no way he's missing that.
Yeah.
There it is. Yo, whoa, look at that.
Whoa, slow-mo is not kind to him. Modric just looks relieved, right?
Yeah, right.
Like, he's not even happy. He's just like,
He's like,
okay,
yeah,
nothing to
yeah.
see here. On to the next one. Let's
Yeah.
forget that. All right, now a little enthusiasm. I think Denmark did about everything.
Oh,
they could.
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Schmeichel played a hell of a game.
They're not an offensive powerhouse. They're not,
No.
you know, they don't have that ingenuity that you need to have to complement their defense. So they're only going to go so far.
Punching above their weight, I think, a little bit. A
Yeah,
little bit.
I mean,
Yeah.
oh boy.
Dejan, come on, man. You've been a Champions League final. Come on, man.
That's the worst. So what are we thinking? And when now in Russia play Croatia?
Well, we know what Russia's going to do.
Yeah.
It's no mystery there. They're going to sit back and hopefully they can get a goal off a counterattack or a set piece or something like that, and hopefully they can put together more than 3 passes in a game. But I think we know what we're going to do. I mean, in terms of Croatia, I think they really need to look at this game and go, what did we do wrong? I think they didn't really attack in the middle where
Yeah.
we were looking at the stats there. They really were trying to exploit the wings when they didn't have anything going on there. So I think at that point you got to change your tactics a little bit and you know, go after it.
Yeah.
You know.
So you're saying in the few days now that Croatia have got to really think. They know what they're going to be up against. There isn't going to be a real surprise.
Yeah.
So is the starting 11 they sent out?
I think it's the same.
They're still good enough to.
Yeah, I don't think they make any major changes. You know, I think they just kind of regroup in terms of their tactics. I think their starting 11. There's a reason why they're the starting 11 because I think that's their best team. So.
Yeah.
I think we might have. I'm going to test this. I haven't tested this before, but I think we have something. It might work.
Like where the penalties were placed?
Oh, this is cool.
Yes. Let's see. Croatia penalties. I don't think data's come through yet.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Okay. Let's look at some of the final analysis, though.
Oh, boy.
Start with the shot plot, since that's ultimately what mattered.
Let's see.
Oh.
Well,
25 attempts, but this was the quietest 25 attempts I feel like I've ever seen.
Yeah, I agree with you.
that.
Yeah.
A lot central, not enough maybe coming from for a team that we saw was playing wide.
Yeah.
All their shots kind of came through the middle.
Yeah.
Not enough, but penalties got them through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Denmark, okay, we're seeing there.
But a lot of
penalties.
wide misses. That's the thing that's important too. Is like they were getting here, but the precision on the shots were not that strong.
And maybe not that surprising when you say Eriksson, great player, but who else in the attack? No big names, no superstars, no one lethal.
Yeah.
Who's known for just you're
right.
clinically putting the ball away.
Yeah.
I think what was his name? Sisto. I think when he came into the match, I think he definitely gave Denmark a little bit of a lift.
Yeah.
I think they should have
Some
recognized that and tried to get him the ball a little bit more. But
that's a good point.
you know.
So not quite the 1,100 passes that we saw for Spain against Russia earlier.
Yeah.
Croatia still a bit more, 10 chances created, but I would argue that there were more half chances than any clear-cut opportunities. And again, there seems to be a pretty large gap here. Even the passes that they did connect, bear with me, I know it's quite messy, but it seemed to be to the corner. It wasn't anything incisive. And they couldn't really connect in the box. One or two.
Yeah.
Again, like Spain.
Yeah.
Except only this time Croatia a bit fortunate maybe to get through on penalties.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at all of Denmark's, since we like a little coloring book here. a bit similar.
Yeah.
And they were fairly evenly matched. Not in terms of talent, I would say, but in terms of how we saw them come out today.
Absolutely, yeah.
They were both equally as unimpressive.
Yeah.
to be fair to them.
Yeah.
A little less fluidity here.
Yeah.
Eriksson, we said, was on that right side or drifting towards that right side.
Yeah.
But
It definitely seemed weighted on this. Initially, the first half, it seemed like it was like a little more on this side, but it converted to this side as the half went on.
Let's take a look at Eriksson, since we are looking at Denmark right now.
It's still not enough.
It's not enough.
That's a non-existent star
Nothing
player.
really dangerous, as you can see.
Yeah,
Like,
short passes.
Yeah.
You're right.
So.
Look at his foil.
Yeah.
Well.
I think it's better in that these are more attack-minded moves, it seems like, and that the frequency of them shows you that a lot of the offense was going through him.
Yeah.
The end result.
77 passes, that's still a significant amount, even if they weren't incisive passes themselves.
He did get lost, though, during the second half. You know, we were like, where's Mundras at? You know, so.
That's a fair point.
You could see only 23 in the second half.
Exactly, so, yeah.
Fatigue, too, starting to come in a little bit. He looked a bit gassed.
Yeah.
Maybe that first penalty in extra time, maybe he was a little tired because he didn't really put it in the corner.
Yeah.
It wasn't a great penalty by any means.
Well, both of his penalties were terrible. He got lucky on the second
He
one.
really did. It was a hair's breadth
literally.
away from putting it on Denmark's feet.
Exactly.
Would be a very different narrative if that second penalty of his in the shootout was saved as well, possibly.
Exactly.
Rakitic, a little bit better in the second half.
Yeah.
Not a lot of passes intercepted or that didn't find their man, just not enough in the attacking half.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rakitic is a runner, right? He passes and then he runs gets it back. You know, that's a little more his style. You see that at Barcelona.
Yeah, totally.
He's a little more willing to get forward and to pass. And he either wasn't getting the ball back, or there wasn't a man open, or he got tired as well. But
we got to figure out if it's a lack of ingenuity, offensive ingenuity by the Croats, or if it was a very strong defensive effort by Denmark to understand where these players are least effective and put them in those areas of the field. It's certainly possible.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a combination of both. I think, you know, with Rakitic at Barcelona, he's surrounded by different players, which kind of frees him up to go forward, you know. I think with Croatia, his role's a little bit different because the talent is not as of the level of Barcelona. So, which
is crazy to say. Yeah. We love that midfield, but even still, we recognize.
You know what I'm saying? So he kind of recognizes he needs to stay central and be that guy, you know, where Modric can kind of move around, which you saw, which he did, you know. So maybe his role is a little bit different. So,
well, it's definitely a blueprint now for Russia that they took from this game, and now they'll play. When is it? Next Saturday, the late game. Great. Okay. That means I'm probably doing the early game then. Tomorrow, the early game, Brazil and Mexico.
Yep.
What? Do I need to ask? Give us a score prediction. Let's put you on the spot here.
You know, I would love to see a thumping, but I think it's going to be a close game. I think it'll be like 2-1 or 1-0, something like that. But I'm definitely seeing my boys going through on this one. I just think
a close one?
A close one. I just think they have too much talent, too much firepower up top, you know, and I think they'll expose Mexico. And even if they decided to drop back, I still think that they have talent going one-on-one and figuring out situations to score. So, yeah.
John?
Yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting game, maybe the most exciting game of the knockouts. Even though this was a good game and this was a good game, I think this is going to be a lot more potent because they felt like they were overmatched through most of the second half. Oh, sorry, I didn't know it was But this was a fun game. I just feel like this is going to be offensive fire. I think it'll be 3-2. I think Brazil 3-2, and I think it's going to be Neymar or Coutinho who really puts that goal in there to help them win. But I think Mexico is going to play their hearts out, and it's going to be a fun,
they got nothing to
game.
Lose. Let's be honest.
That's what I mean.
They got nothing to lose, and that's the only thing I'm worried about. Like I said, it's like when you play a team like that, you know, it's just. Yeah. You go all at it, and they have to, really.
They're not going to park the bus. That's for damn sure.
I got to play to my audience. I got to play to my family a little bit. I think I don't know if Mexico can win, but I think they might force extra time. I think that the winning goal might come in extra time.
Okay.
Hopefully not penalties, because at some point
I hope not.
I got to sleep again. And then I believe this is the later match. Yeah. Any shock there, or is that going to be pretty routine for Belgium?
I mean,
we may see this game again. We may see this game again here.
We've seen a lot of games we didn't think we were going to see.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I think Belgium has too much talent going forward. I mean, like, you got a guy like Hazard, you got a guy, you know what I mean, like, who could really create chances. And, you know, Lukaku's finishing now. It's just like, I just don't see Japan stopping those two guys in particular.
And Lukaku's a beast.
Yeah.
Getting in there with those Japanese defenders might not be able to.
Yeah.
But the Japanese players have way more experience internationally on their club teams than they have in times past.
True.
And I think that's a positive. And so there's a swagger to them that I've never seen before in a Japanese team, and that's fun to watch. So they'll give them as good as they got, but maybe in the end they'll just overpower with their talent.
Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know which matches we get. Sometimes we get the thrilling ones. Sometimes we get the nail-biters all the way to the end.
These ones today.
Walter says, see you boys later. Thanks, Walter. Hunter, love you guys. Ratan says Brazil. I think everyone's on Brazil. Omar, ask your mom. Find out. She was spot on with the Croatian winner. Maybe we'll all ask our mothers. We'll find out the answer. John, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Sebi. Appreciate it. Great to see you guys. A lot of fun.
Yeah, Omar, cheers for being
with
you.
Having me on.
I'll see you a little later. We try to play a little more like yesterday's games than today's.
I think we'll handle business today, Sev.
I think we will.
Cool. I'll be calling that from the sidelines over there as well.
just getting the reps for the men's national team.
Terry and I will be there calling it from the sidelines.
That's it for us. Send us some comments, subscribe, let us know what you want to see more of, see a little less of, or see just the same amount of. Find us on Twitter, all our socials. Terry is firing off the graphics so you can see that. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, if you're watching this, you are the convention.
Boom.